Alright, I'm ready. Let me mute real quick.
Oh, we're live, says Vanille. Hello, everybody, once again. I hope you're ready for game 2 of this casting session, this unexpected casting session. I'm still Amethyst. That's still Chunk.
Absolutely.
And
how we doing here?
I think we are second part of chapter 1 right here for these teams, I believe.
You know, I keep saying absolutely, and you wanna know why?
Why?
Have you ever seen the ending of like a show where it says that the guy's like absolutely?
Oh God, yes.
You know that's why it's stuck in my head, dude. I can't stop saying it.
That? Oh man, now that's annoying. What is that from?
It's
dude.
What is that from? I think it's from a Mr. Show. Mr. Show had that, I'm pretty sure.
That's so annoying. I feel like it's from like an Adult Swim show or something.
Oh, it was from did you ever watch the Netflix show with Bob and David?
No.
That had it.
Okay, it's from the same company. That was a good Netflix show. Was it? Is it? What's that show called? Tim and Eric show? Tim and Eric Awesome Show?
Yeah, that had it for sure.
Okay.
Same company.
That makes sense then. Yeah, I remember that. That was good. Oh, good. I was gonna
ton of different shows.
Crap out of me.
That's why I keep saying absolutely. It's stuck in my head. I don't know why. I watched an episode and it's just stuck in my head. So forgive me for saying absolutely all the time.
No, it's fine. Now it's gonna be stuck in my head. I'm glad I figured out what the hell I knew it from.
Thank God. What? It would have kept you up at night?
Oh yeah, I would have kept. It would have. I wouldn't have talked this entire game.
Yeah, dumb shit.
Thinking.
Dumb shit like that keeps me up at night. I swear to God.
There's a lot of good like ending credits thing. Like there's the one where the guy goes terrific. Oh, that's Caddyshack. Really?
Yeah, he's squishy.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he's totally cool.
How tall is he? Because I know you're
like
a short
6
gal.
foot tall.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I need IP still.
Oh yeah,
somebody
give this man an IP. Good lord. They limited the spots, so we do not need to come in as casters.
I don't know. Where did you post it last time?
I added you on Steam.
Oh, cool.
It's much easier.
Absolutely much easier.
She sends you advertisement messages asking to subscribe to her Twitch account, though. So
I already got gifts of.
Wait, can you tell them I'm not ready?
What? Oh no! Are they readying up? No. I accepted the request. No, I know. I just. Oh. I don't want to cause issues. Oh. I don't even know the teams either.
What is this is Sanksquatch versus who? Judgment, is that their name? Okay, Judgment. Sanksquatch versus Judgment. Okay, I know everybody on Sanksquatch. That's Pyro B, Scrubs. Oh, Scrubs is on their team? Okay, and Key. I think B, Key, Pyro, and Scrubs. Yeah. I know all of them. They are. I don't know if they're all from Australia, and some of them might be Kiwis. I'm not sure, but I know they're from that region. Significantly less familiar with Judgment. But good lord, look at these. I don't know if you guys are seeing these pings right now, but this is a 225 from Pletivolo, a 310 from Hayashi, a 329 from Olivia, and a 240 from Roxy.
How do I envy you?
That's rough, dude. Oh my god. Pyro and Key are Kiwi brothers. Okay, I knew they were brothers. I heard someone say that before. I didn't realize that until I think iPad, and I think it was iPad and Caution who was casting their game. I cannot remember, but yeah, Kiwi and Pyro are IRL Kiwi brothers. Good to know. And I don't know where Scrubs is from. It's on my friends list, but I do not know where he's from. And I know B, he is a through and through Aussie boy. So yeah, okay, cool. That's cool. I definitely know Key a little less than Pyro. Pyro I've played a good amount of games with, but yeah, I'm very, very new to the Judgment team. I don't know a whole lot. Where's their region? Vanilla, do you know off the top of your head?
Who?
Judgment?
SA?
South Americans. All right, cool.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
They can go. He'll join
Yeah,
in a
just
second.
tell him to go. I'm in now, so yeah, it's fine. Just tell him to go. I hate to do that. Ah.
All right, yeah. So we're just waiting for one ready up here, and
I'll just go off the Twitch stream.
we're gonna be ready to go.
Wait, you can't join?
It's stuck on like loading. Just let him play. It's fun. I'll be in a second. Let Amethyst cast with me. I don't know why it's like stuck on loading. Fuck.
Alrighty, match is gonna get on their way, and here we go. Let me go ahead and hit Spec HUD up real quick. I'll do it after this hit. Actually, looks like a Charger, Boomer, Smoker, and a Jockey. They're gonna go in right away. Charger's gonna go from the back. He's gonna be able to carry Coach forward, but is going to get shut down. Well done. Scrub's taking a little bit of damage, but emphasis on a little. Pretty good job clearing that out by Sanksquatch. There we go. Spec HUD up. Looking beautiful. Ready to cast. Second game. I'm in it. I'm so ready. Let's go ahead and keep things rolling. Scrubs, Pyro, Key, and BB still sitting at 100 health. We have a Hunter, Smoker, Spitter, Charger for this next hit. It's going to be a bridge hit coming from the opposite direction, of course, like classic remix goes. Let's see how much baiting they go with here. Sanksquatch, I don't really know how they take most of their hits. I haven't been watching a ton of their games, but pretty average amount of baiting right now. One person in the back, one person forward.
Very sorry about that delay. A little bit of issue on my end. Back in the game now though, watching this hit. Charger coming in. Oh, the double charge landing with the spit. Beautiful. Hunter struggling to land though. He's gonna land Ella's back in the spit though. Feels like that should have been more damage.
Yeah, but even with the damage that was done, Key took quite a hit right there. And this is a home and away game, if you couldn't tell by the 314 ping on Palin's side. So they want to get, Sanksquatch wants to get as much bonus as they can right now. Oh man. You gotta love that when the whole team is dead and the Spitter's just standing there like, well, none of my friends landed. So I guess
I'm just gonna try my best here. Maybe I get 3 damage, you know?
Not quite, but he is gonna stay alive. But it looks like Sanksquatch is going to rush right through this choke area.
Very nice being able to just push past that. You gotta understand that that's just it's a little bit of a foresight on the Infected's part. They went a little bit too late, and they gave them the opportunity.
Dills my pickle. That hit probably dilled Judgment's pickle, because that is not what they wanted at all. No damage coming out once again.
The Infected, they're just giving them too many opportunities to keep pushing and keep making distance with no damage taken. That's not what you want to do. Granted, they all have about 250 plus ping.
Yeah, that combined, they have almost 1,000 ping combined.
Almost 1,000. Don't they have 1,000 ping?
Oh no,
combined?
yeah. What I meant is
Like-
almost 1,100 ping. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they have
Oh.
1,200
Wait,
ping
yeah,
combined
yeah. They
almost.
do
Like,
have.
what?
It's going up and down by
It's
about 20
fluctuating.
ping. Yeah,
It's going between,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. That's a good way to
1,100
put
and
it.
1,200.
Whether or not it's a combined total of 1,000 or 1,200, depending on how their internet connection feels at the moment, that's not that's not the amount of ping anybody wants to have.
Yeah, you hate to be going between McDonald's and Taco Bell Wi-Fi like that.
Palin is in the mountains of Antarctica. Peyton is in another completely different planet. 374. I
This
hear
is,
people say that like 270 is unpayable. How about 370?
Jesus. Feels very bad for Palin. You gotta imagine that they are not having a good time in this game right now. They're waiting for the home server. That's when they want to shine. But hopefully they can at least get something done on this away server where the ping is just completely one-sided.
Charger's going to go for some sort of reset right here, and he is going to be able to take back Nick a little bit, but not far enough for it to be too significant.
Hunter trying to come out, missing there. Waiting. I don't know what Hunter's trying to go for here. I'm gonna go for the despawn. Very smart there.
Rock didn't come from the top of the roof there. They actually came
Oh,
from
wait,
the,
no.
the other side.
Hunter is still gonna stick around? I don't think Hunter knows what they want to do.
Better figure it out fast, because Roxy is in. No war rooms this time around, so you're stuck with us. Tank's going to go for Alice, as the boomer is going to go and land a pretty nice boom onto Coach. Right now, Roxy just trying to fling a rocket somewhere. That's going to land in Area 51, absolutely nowhere. He is going to get a down onto Alice and a down onto Nick, so good job right there.
Tank still has 1,500 HP. This is kind of ridiculous. Could possibly get the kill here, but survivors are really putting it into him, and he's dead.
Yeah, that is a little too much damage, I think, if you're Sanksquatch, in my opinion. I think you want one person to go down to that tank. Having two people go down there is a little frustrating, but those were good hits on Judgment's part.
When you're on your home server, you don't want to take a tank like that.
No, absolutely not. But, you know, it happens. There was actually a couple moments there where it could have been a lot worse. The tank sort of missed a couple opportunities there where Pyro... Wait, Scrubs is dead.
Yeah.
Scrubs is dead?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even realize Scrubs had died. It felt so early.
Yeah, right? It's ridiculous. That's why you don't like to see that on your home server. You don't want one dead at tank. You want to at least take the tank with one, you know.
Oh, you know what? I've completely forgotten, too, that Judgment has already went, because we're in the second part of this chapter 1.
Oh,
so we're able to see that they...
Then never mind.
Yeah, they have...
They're doing okay, then. They're doing decent, then. Never mind.
You'd say that, but you'd be surprised how many points you want to gain on a team that has about 1,000 ping total.
Yeah, you are correct. You are correct. I do keep forgetting about the difference in the latency.
Yeah, because what that means is that Judgment made it to this hill, either ran back for tank, or ran back to the parking lot area and got wiped. Obviously, for Sanksquatch, they have not gotten wiped, and they're going to get an okay amount of bonus if Pyro and B can keep their health.
Yes, they need to. There could be a good hit here, but it's going to be rough. This is a tough hit to land.
They do have a 3-cap, though.
Let's see if they can manage it. Oh, very nice. Oh.
The spitter lands a little late. That's not going to do anything. So B is going to be able to keep the majority of his health. Pyro in the safe room. Ellis as well. That's 614 points. Now, almost double the score of Judgment. But I think you have to feel pretty good about this chapter if you are Judgment.
Well, yeah, that tank, considering the pings, I'm happy with that tank if I'm Judgment. Are you kidding me? That was a beautiful tank for the pings.
I'm surprised you're even able to land a punch with how much ping that is.
Seriously.
I think the most ping I have when I play on like an Aussie server is like, I think I'm like a 210 gamer pretty consistently.
You gotta love that good internet.
Oh, it's fantastic. Ethernet cable in,
Oh,
sitting back.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're playing wireless, you're not playing.
I can't. Yeah, man. Who's playing competitive Left 4 Dead 2 wireless? Come on, step up your game. This is like, what are you in 5th grade here? Come on.
Seriously,
Get it together.
you're wondering why you're not landing those skeets. You're wondering why you're not popping those boomers.
You wonder why you're not Nathan, man. You wonder why you're
Yeah.
not Nathan? Because you're not wired. That's
Yup.
why.
Look at your fucking yup. Exactly. Wire your shit up ASAP right now.
Don't give me that. Oh, my routers in the basement. They make Ethernet cable. They make drills.
Bro, I have a 150-foot Ethernet cable going from my room to the living room in my
There you go.
apartment.
No excuse.
Like, there's literally no excuses.
Excuse.
I got that shit routed.
You have to, man. It's even.
Oh.
I remember, on like Xbox, if you didn't have your shit wired, you could not play. You can't play that game.
Luckily, I was one of the few people. My pops was like a IT guy, so I had an Ethernet port in my room and whatever. And
Oh, that's nice.
He hooked me up with the good network, so I was playing Left 4 Dead on Xbox. You know.
There you go. That's
good
great.
connection. I've been playing good Left 4 Dead connection my whole life. No Wi-Fi here.
Man. Don't need it. Not necessary. We got
But seriously, if you can play good on Wi-Fi, then you're actually a god.
We're basically seeing a team right here. Just imagine that they're all on Wi-Fi right now with this ping. It's way up there. Ooh.
Oh, countdown canceled. You hate to see it.
God, blue balled a little bit.
Oh wait,
there.
but are we going out? Oh, we're going live in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. We have a 2-2 for this hit. It is a Hunter, Smoker, Spitter.
Hunter's
Boomer.
up right now. Hunter. Oh, Hunter seems kind of lost there. Smoker gonna land a little bit of damage, but hit felt kind of lost there. You know, seemed like they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. I think it's scary from Judgment side to try to land a Hunter right that on their ping, knowing that they have to go against people who can actually land skeets right now because they have a green ping. So you never want to jump straight, and that can really sort of mess up your pathing with the Hunter.
Absolutely. It's really hard to remember where you're pouncing at and where you need to go. It's tough, especially in first person, you know. It's hard to remember, you know, we're in third person, we can see the whole thing going on from around them.
Sometimes you forget it. It's easy to forget that, like, not everybody can just see every single thing at once.
Yep.
You have to pick one direction, while we have the luxury of just being able to see the whole damn map.
Exactly. Caster privilege. See this boomer going in, landing one surprisingly. Charger gonna completely whiff, and Jockey not really gonna get anything done.
It's so rough right now because the worst part about this ping is everything. But the second worst part about this ping is Chargers. Chargers are the roughest thing to hit on the red ping.
Absolutely. You will watch yourself go through someone.
Oh, it's so frustrating. You can land a lucky Jockey or Hunter every now and then, but the Charger, you basically have to be on an IQ of another level.
No, you have to. Oh, and speaking of IQs of another level, a Charger lands, but there's nothing to back it up. The boomer could not get the spawn, or he wasn't up. I wasn't paying attention.
Luckily
He's gonna go for an arc.
Oh. The arc boom is just gonna barely miss. That's another thing that feels a little tricky. Is the boomer. Sometimes you for sure landed a boomer on your screen and then you just get popped. One thing I did want to point out, though, is that Scrubs ate a Smoker for a long time, though. So Charger did a good job at blocking that, and because of it, Scrubs is almost at half HP.
Very nice. Very nice. They could definitely make something happen here. Any damage is good here. You just want to get whatever you can.
Charger in this situation, not super ideal, just kind of like in regular Dark Carnival.
Yeah, I would prefer a Smoker Jockey Hunter here.
especially on, I hate to say it again, these pings. Not to mention the fact that the person who has it, actually 240, Roxy is actually sitting with one of the better pings.
That dumpster, yeah, that's a kind of a tough spot for dumpster actually. You can't really angle that well. You got one angle for that dumpster. He's gonna push in. He is getting shredded. Support's coming in.
Oh!
Doing
what?
very decent, but what
Did
is
you
going
see that
on?
Table? The table blocked the charge.
What?
What?
I kind of had to process that for a second. What just happened?
Table blocked the, that
Like,
is what happened, right? That
it
table.
flipped. Like it's flipped over. I gotta. Why can we need a replay on that after this? I need a replay on that.
Because that charger was in the perfect spot to take away scrub so the jockey could keep.
No, it was. I agree.
So, oh my goodness, that's so unfortunate.
It was perfect support for the jockey, but I don't know what happened. I'm scratching my head there. I don't know what.
Wow, that oh man, you can't get more unfortunate. That would have been such a good separation, but that's about as unlucky as things get with a tank fight right there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on with the hit here.
An Xbox controller right now, not able to find anyone with that hunt.
Oh no! What did you just say?
That's how it feels sometimes, man. With this ping, in those situations, and you think you got the ball kick, and now you're just bouncing around, hoping you can land on anyone, and giving the spitters something to do.
Reloading. Reloading.
Hallway hit looks like right here. Spitter, Charger, Boomer, Jockey. This is a pretty good close quarters area hit. It's going to be interesting to see if the Boomer drops down or goes for the Arc Boom here.
It's good Alia to hit, but was on Charger whiffing, getting shredded. Boomer not landing a single thing. Oh no, and Spit miss.
Yeah, you have to take assessment of your situation there because obviously, like we've talked about, that the Chargers are going to be hard to land right now, but you can't allow yourself to go for those like free charges off the building when you have a much easier charge. You have to play it safe when you're on this much ping, and going for a free charge there when you could have just dropped down in the narrow hallway, you're not going to get a whole lot of sympathy from me for that one.
I agree. Oh, oh, that looked like all the makings of an amazing hit, but the clears were so good.
Yeah, that was solid. No one really separated right there. Things were landing, but you have a really good opportunity to either take a survivor back or forward, and that really didn't happen.
I don't know, to be honest with you, I feel like the clears were good, but I feel like they came out at a time where if the infected were a bit more coordinated, they still could have gotten that 3 cap.
That's very true. Boomer spawning really far away. I have to imagine this is dead. Scrub's trying to shoot her right now. Oh no, this Boomer's gonna land. Oh no, that! Oh,
it's not gonna land. You are incorrect.
It looked like that was a good job getting away from that.
Unfortunate. The infected are just gonna get. All things considered, I'm gonna say they did a good job.
Yeah, I think they did fine. You want to hit one more good hit here though. You might have a quad. They do have a quad. So, and this is not a bad quad area.
We go. Ah, the Charger. What is with these guys in the Charger whiffs? I know it's the ping, but like
right now, what's with them?
I know it's the ping, but I feel like I see them just hitting the wall half the time. You know.
That's you for sure. Sanksquatch's gonna make it into the safe room. They have 1,602 points total.
Hate to.
What'd you say, Vanilla?
I'm gonna do the replay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we're ready for the replay.
We'll see it in 20 seconds.
I'll see it in 20 seconds.
Do we have to comment on this replay?
No.
Okay.
It's the charger though.
Can I still cast? Like, am I still casting, Vanilla? Hey, I'm gonna be honest, I have no fucking clue what you're talking
I
about.
see what happened. The tank. So basically, the charger went to charge somebody on the table, and then the
Okay,
tank.
you're on the stream. I was expecting something to happen in game because,
Bro, what are you? Come on, bro.
dude, I didn't know because I listen. I don't have the luxury of running this stream because it'll slow down my game. So I was like,
You don't have
what?
dual monitors, bro.
You have a phone?
All right, now I understand. I do have a phone, but
Anyway, so basically, what happened is the charger went to go charge somebody, and the tank hit the table at the perfect time, and it blocked the charger.
yeah, dude, seeing that real time as that happened and seeing the table block the charge was that's soul crushing, dude. That would have been such a different map. I don't even know if Sanksquatch makes safe room if that charger hits. It's no one's fault for sure, but man, that's rough. What a rough turn of events right there.
And we're going live right now. Let's see what happens
You are
here. Are we gonna get a quick hit or a late hit?
waited out. Palon, he unreadied.
Oh, unready. Okay,
Unready.
so we're not going live.
No, not yet. We still have an opportunity. I wanted to comment. I wonder if the tank was going for long arms, or if I wonder if they wanted to hit the table. Because I personally don't use stuff like that, but I know a lot of people who just hit the table to like obstruct pathways and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what was going on there either. It was a little strange to me.
Yeah,
What did they want?
It's a weird turn of events. Now, it's a pretty okay lead right now by Sanksquatch, but I have to feel that you're gonna feel a lot more comfortable if you're able to take out Judgment for this tank fight, because I think that's like a 1k lead.
Yeah, that would be good for them. I don't know. The first round looked a lot better on them for on paper. I feel like this round is not going to be good for them.
And Pyro with the Charmander spray. Vanilla, how's your Charmander impression? Convinced you're not. It's absolutely wonderful.
We got some top tier Charmander impressions coming out, and we're going live. Boomer is spawning in a weird spot, hopefully going for the arc boom here, but might get popped if Ellis decides to just jump out and do that.
Yeah, all Ellis has to do right now is jump, and Roxy will take out that Boomer. And yep, just like that.
There we go. Boomer is popped. I'm just coming in. Very nice shutdown. Very nice shutdown. Looks like a 9 damage hit coming out from them. So...
Got that boom. That boom spawning right there, it's so easy to ghost out and pop it. It's really dangerous.
That was a very early spawn from the boom. Kind of a miss-spawn, I'd say.
Yeah.
You want to wait with that. If anything, you could go behind the dumpster too. That's a rough spawn.
Next hit, Hunter Jockey Charger Boomer coming in with a 3-1. You'd like to have the spitter here, but this can still turn out pretty nasty as they enter this building.
I'm a reload. Reloading.
Taking their time. Judgment not afraid to just sort of hang back and clear out every single common, which is, hey, you know, and you're not going to hear me complain. When you're working with what you have right now, ping-wise, one common can literally ruin your day.
Yep, and there we go with the hit, and that is not good right now. The jockey is getting a lot of damage.
one boom and jockey combination on Hayashi. Very dangerous combination at 315 ping, but they were able to get out of it relatively quickly. Not the fastest clears in the world, but certainly not too terrible. Probably gonna get one more hit.
You know what? You can tell when players are used to the ping and when they aren't. And these guys, they're used to it. They've played on this ping before. They're playing it like they know.
You know who else is used to high ping too? Are Australians and New Zealanders, the Kiwis and the Aussies. Very, very used to it. So,
Pause coming out.
was Rochelle lagging really hard? I wasn't even seeing that.
Shell is lagging. Thanks for
Oh.
DDoSing him, Amy.
Oh, I don't have the ability.
Alright. We got some friendly banter coming out.
Yeah, because Style was sitting at like one of the lower pings, like 240, if you can call that low. But yeah, it spiked up to 350, so that's not fun for anyone.
No, you never want to see pings higher than yellow. Yellow is the threshold.
Yeah,
if you go further than yellow, it's bad.
We live in a world where, you know, you gotta cope sometimes, man. If everyone could just live in like one building and play with each other, and so everyone could just have 10 ping, that would be the life. But life's just not that convenient, unfortunately.
Yeah, when you have a community this small, you have to, you know, deal with what you got.
Yeah, it's growing every day because of a lot of different sources for pugs coming together, and CETA pugs and everything like that is making the community a lot bigger. So our small family is growing bigger, and not might be very small for too much longer.
Absolutely. If you're watching right now and you're interested in competitive Left 4 Dead 2, hop on over to cetapug.com. Start playing.
Little bit. Oh, watch that dumpster. Okay, it's gonna skybox itself. Looked a lot more dangerous than it actually was, but that dumpster's in a really good position if Scrubs can aim it correctly. This could be bad. Ooh, okay. That's actually bad for the tank. That dumpster is
horrible spot.
Oh my god. That
You
went
can't.
from glorious to god awful real fast.
You can't get that out of there. It's gonna be one hittable.
Bad spot too. These dumpsters.
Yeah, this is rough. This is gonna be a tank commit, and it's gonna be a hard tank commit here with no hittables.
So probably gonna go down and try to pop that dumpster over.
Trying to get sight, taking not a lot of chip, but more than you want here.
Waiting for Key to get a spawn right now. It's gonna be a smoker. This is what you want. This is the perfect hit for this. So. No,
oh no! Stop trying to get that hittable. You're not getting it. Oh?
Good quick pull.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What?
Oh my goodness! This one has turned around so fast.
Are you kidding me?
No, Scrubs, go back and kill him.
No.
Wait.
What? This is insane right now. This is incredible.
Roller coaster of emotions that one was. That was so crazy. But you know, Scrubs did a really good job there at turning things around after the dumpsters were in really bad spots, and he was doing really well. And then he had the opportunity to kill Style, but he didn't.
I think that was a bit of a screw up there, but still an amazing tank.
You call it a screw up when the tank was as good as it was? It's a weird situation.
The support was incredible. That was awesome. That was a wipe. I was so positive that was a wipe. What happened?
Either way, Judgment running on fumes right now. Everybody has temporary health except for very, very small slivers of permanent health. Everybody has gone down at least once except Palin.
Oh my lord. Oh, what a ski. It's still landing some decent damage regardless, but this is still a rough mountain to climb, and they can't climb it anymore.
They're going to take every bit of points they can get, though. The further they climb, now that they actually were able to defeat the tank, if they can get within like 700 points, that would be fantastic for Judgment right now.
Yeah, they can't climb the summit. They've just got to reach base camp.
All they have to do. And it starts with this this alleyway hit right here.
Weapons over here.
Vanilla in the chat, posting pings. That's good. We got to keep in mind that this is a completely one-sided game right now.
The spitter is going to hit the fence!
Oh, no.
They are going to go down.
Oh, the amount of infected, too. Wow, what a horde.
I do apologize. Come on.
That was a one boom. What a horde.
Hey, thanks, man.
Palin,
Bills. Had this.
9 HP, no downs yet. Roxy, 30 HP, 2 in caps. They're black and white. Gotta keep going as fast as possible. Gotta get up these stairs. Oh, this is a quad, though. Coming in from the top, the Jockey and the Hunter. Jockey lands, but the Hunter lands on the same person who jockeyed. But a good job right now of Sanksquatch to just go ahead and slow Judgment's roll. They're with some pretty good team play right now. They're probably not going to get past 700 points.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Or at least very far from it.
Reloading.
Yeah, Hayashi is black and white now. You're absolutely correct. Speaking of Hayashi, he is going to get boomed. One boom right now. The Spitter is on top of the roof with the Hunter and the Charger. Where is the Charger? Charger's on the roof as well. Oh, Charger's going to Goomba stomp.
Oh,
And
and Pounce is going to land there, killing Ellis. Ellis is down for the count. They to keep going.
Clear there.
They
Oh,
did okay. They did okay, but that tank was... Oh. You know, Amethyst? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You said it last map. This is one of those maps where if the tank does a lot of damage, it's impossible to make it to the end. And the tank did way too much, and they couldn't make it.
Give it to, I'm going to hand it to Judgment, though. Not a bad job recovering from that. They got around 200 more points than they would have if they just died to that tank right there. I think I said it exactly when the tank was going in. A roller coaster of emotions. Very well done by Sanksquatch. Very, very nice special infected support for that tank. And Scrubs did a really good job at turning that tank that wasn't looking too hot into something extremely fantastic with that double punch. Messed up on the opportunity to kill Roe. But, you know, still a very, very solid tank from Scrubs.
They are playing very well despite the ping. Amethyst, I need you to cast solo for just like 2 minutes.
All right, man. I've been there before. No worries.
I need to make a phone call.
All right, man. Go for it. Let's get Spec Hub up and running. I guess not. I guess Spec Hub's going to come up a different time. Boomer's going to come from the back. Nice little spawn right there, and a nice little spawn by the Charger as well. The Hunter is just praying that he'll be able to spawn. He's like, screw it. I'm just going to go and scratch, and now the party's over. I think he got like one scratch there, but yeah, not much you can do with that hit right there. Not, like usually, if you get a Boomer there, you want a Jockey so that you can separate. You get a Hunter and a Boomer there. Not a great combination for that hit. Oh, you know what? That's my problem. There we go. Spec HUD up and running. As it should be. Spitter went ahead and sacked what tank percentage is it? 61 tank. Okay, so you had an opportunity there to actually utilize that Spitter with that charge. A little bit of a waste there. Because now they're going to get this boomer. Oh no, it's actually going to be a quad. Oh, and that hunter is just going to get destroyed by Key. Really good skeet right there. And that hit is just going to go down pretty quickly. Not a terrible spot for a quad, but just in general, I think this area is really solid for spitter play. And I think wasting that spitter a little earlier and not waiting for that charger that they were going to get is, it hurts them a little bit here. Boomer's going to proxy Rochelle. Hunt in the back is going to land, and the spit is going to land on Nick. He's stuck for a moment. It looked like he was stuck on the spitter, but he was able to get out of it. An even better job by Pyro to make sure that he's not stumbling around in spit while he can't see. Survivor progress around 45 right now. Tank's going to be up in just a bit. A couple more hits before that happens, though. Obviously, Judgment's going to want to get as much damage as possible here.
So sorry about that. Family business. What's going on right now?
Oh, right now, Sanksquatch is sort of moving through this map. Only one who's taken any sort of significant damage is Scrubs.
Yeah. Wow. Wonderful health bonus so far. And they're about 50% through the map.
Yeah, they still do have a tank, though.
Yeah. They have shown, though, that they can take tanks very efficiently. Jockey and Charger, pretty much, yeah, just getting shut down completely.
Yeah. Fly over real quick. Where does this tank spawn exactly? Because this is a spot I'm not that used to. I think it spawns, yeah, right now.
Well, one of the cool things about Dark Carnival Remix is that it has those little gates, you know, where it shows that where tank spawns. I don't know if you can see them as spectator, but
I was looking for it. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know why I couldn't see that one. Maybe I'm just blind.
they have little gates where it shows where tank spawns. It's a very interesting little tidbit on Dark Carnival Remix. I don't know if it has it on other custom maps, but it certainly isn't on vanilla maps. Anyway, tank's coming out here, playing a bit slow. All the survivors are green HP. Nobody's bleeding. No pills needed. Maybe Nick might pre-pill, but I doubt it because they're coming in early. Dumpster. Oh, very close. Unfortunately, stopped by the.
What a stumble by that
What?
What a bounce!
What is going?
Be able to get a corner? Oh
Can
no!
this tank-
Defense.
Come on, rock, rock, rock. Oh, rough. A down there is incredible for them. What was that? I didn't see that happen. You're gonna have to inform me on what happened there. How did it bounce to them?
Saw a crazy bounce. That dumpster wasn't going full speed either. That was a lot. I would much rather call the dumpster a stumbling dumpster, just very slowly hurling its way towards Rochelle, and she accidentally jumped into it. It looked like it was a non-factor because it wasn't a smooth hit, and he had no reason to really watch for the dumpster, but because of that bounce, and I'm sure we'll see it on the replay, that's extremely unlucky for Sanksquatch because that's a lot of damage bonus loss, that's health bonus loss, that's everything loss.
This has been incredible so far. I am loving this game. It's full of surprises.
Got a pretty dangerous hit upcoming.
Oh, Hunter
Pyro.
skeeted. Very nice skeet by Pyro.
Oh, but the is gonna land for a little bit.
Jockey is going to get some damage. The chip level is good though. It could have been a lot worse than it was. They shut down half the hit, and Smoker isn't going to get anything, so I call that a win in my book.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's bad at all. Pyro making his way ahead of his teammates, trying to get to the end as fast as possible. One boom on the coaster there, along with the Smoker trying to get a pull down.
Smoker is just not gonna be able to get it. Smoker going for another despawn.
I heard that Hunter leap and then didn't know where it went, and then I just saw Pyro skeet it. It's another solid skeet from Pyro.
Pyro is playing very hot right now.
Pun intended.
Yes. Trying to coach up and getting jug and the charge. And the boom. That's rough. I think that might be it for these guys.
Oh, well, maybe not with that jockey kill. That was a really solid jockey kill right there. Nothing else is up except for respawn.
Scrubs. Very nice job. They're gonna keep moving now, and I think they got it. I really thought that was a possibility of a wipe, but the jockey kill was incredible.
Nice try with the wall kick. So this is going to be about 280 bonus. Not ideal, I think, if you're Sanksquatch, but you made the safe room with over 200 bonus, so it's not completely terrible by any means.
Oh, not at all.
But man, that tank fight really once again changed the tide of things.
The thing is, these guys really got turned around on the home server. They gotta show that, you know, they're here to play.
Alright, let's see if Sanksquatch can make something out of this hit that Judgment wasn't able to. Charger, Smoker, Boomer, Hunter. Once again, that separation factor is a little down with the jockey not being there, but still not a dud hit completely.
I wasn't here for first hit, so I can't comment, but ready to see this one. Charger going for something, getting shut down. Boomer getting one. Smoker dead. And that's looking like a pretty clean shutdown.
Yeah, as it should be. Boomer wasn't able to get any more than one person. Pretty average for that spot. Only 6 damage for Scrubs and B there, not too bad. And now B is going to spawn in as a Charger, though. So this is a 3 cap in a small room with a spitter. Oh. Let's see, Palon here might be lagging a little bit. Rocking with 367 ping right now, so...
It's been a rough game. It's unfortunate.
Someone has to come from the back here. No one is going to come from
the head is coming in. Shut down pretty effectively.
Yeah, that, you are able to get that spit charge there, so I can't say too much on the matter because they were able to land that. But someone has to come from the back there. You can't just let the entire team shoot forward.
I thought that was a little awkward, sending everyone in from the front door. It's a funnel, you know?
You either want to send the jockey alone so he can separate, or you want to send the Charger alone so more people are shooting at the jockey and Smoker and less people are shooting at the Charger. So hopefully you get a slam in that spit.
Oh, for sure, because if you send every single infected through one door, there's a chance that somebody with a shotgun is going to shoot them, and that penetration, you know, it's going to hit every single one of them. So it's going to be, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, especially if an Uzi too is just aimed at just the general.
Oh yeah,
like head of a special infected. That's going to be a lot of damage.
Yup.
Another small room right here without the spitter. A little bigger than the last room, though. This is another 3 cap with the Boomer. We have a Charger, Jockey, and a Hunter. Sanksquatch, Judgment has been taking these hits a lot slower than Sanksquatch has.
It's like Hunter's going to come from behind with the wall kick. Doesn't really know where he's going. He was lost. Lands on Nick. Boomer's going to get 2. Jockey landing, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I think they could have been a little bit better there with that two boom. Everybody sort of went in together, but not everybody was able to land together.
Despite the high ping, they are still extremely fast at clearing each other. And that deserves some sort of respect.
You could see a really quick hit right here with the spitter and the charge. But from what we've seen from Judgment so far, they have no problem with being patient and just waiting out the moment, and it looks like it's going to work out. Sanksquatch is getting a little too antsy, and once again, they're all going from the same area.
I don't understand. Look, melted!
Yeah, they're going to get
completely melted!
That's so weird. You know, like everybody on this team is very like veteran player, but everybody coming from the same spot right there, it's just you can't have that.
Great boom. It seems like the boom might have been the only SI there that was, you know, thinking about getting a hit there, because coming from the same area, it's not a very smart move.
Yeah, fool me once, it's fine. Fool me twice, you might need to change up some strategy. Let's see what they do here, because this is another, you know, in this Tunnel of Love area, it's basically all this is someone coming from the behind and other people coming from the other direction, and that's kind of how you hit here. Another thing is Sanksquatch has been a little antsy, you know, waiting for Judgment, because they have just been patient as any team I've seen play the game. Oh, this is going to be a good hit right here, though. The three cap.
God, the tri-cap coming out and the spit. Jockey still yet to be cleared. Finally getting cleared.
That's what I like to see. Smoker taking things from the back. Jockey coming from the front. Hunter coming from the front. Just like that.
There we go.
As easy as it gets.
It's like someone on the team said, all right, what are we doing? Why do we keep going from the same spot?
Once again, yeah, this is I think this is a adjustment that needs to be. Oh, you know what? Someone lagging in the back.
Oh, Coach shoving the boomer, but it's too late. Already getting two boomed on fucking Nick and Ellis. Very unfortunate.
I'm not too sure about the decision to try to charge him there, but either way, that's going to be no okay amount of damage. You got a tank fight coming up right now. I have to assume they're going to take this back. Tank in the hands of Key. Plethora of different hit combinations that'll work in this area, but this is about as basic as it gets right now. Smoker, Jockey, Hunter. I don't feel like he's going to have too many problems with that, but he is going to try to throw rocks for right now. Oh, you got to throw him farther than that. Hunter's going to land, and Jockey is finally going to land.
Looks like Jockey got cleared and re-landed there. Interesting.
Right now, Key opting to just keep sight instead of throwing rocks, but it looks like Judgment has gotten the message and they're trying to LOS him, but it doesn't look like it's being consistent here. Maybe... No, still not being very consistent with the LOSing. Now Key is going to start to go in. Boomer is going to get a two boom right here with the smoke.
It is not looking good.
He wanted to send the whole hit though, so he's not going to be able to go in with that two boom right now. Just trying to get his dumpster in.
He hit the table, bringing us back to map 2.
Didn't work out for the last guy.
Oh, that rock was almost beautiful.
Yeah, easier said than done on 230 ping too.
Well, Tank is not on 230 ping.
No, the guy who skied it is.
Oh, he skied that rock that he threw? Never mind. I didn't see that.
Oh, did he ski it? I thought.
I don't think he did. I think he just missed it.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense then. Tank gonna go in, gonna knock some people around. One person already down right next to that dumpster. Style. Good rock right there.
Yeah, Nick's still very high health.
Yeah, I can't imagine Key not being able to wipe them here, but we'll see. Look at that!
Oh, what a rock!
What a
What a
fantastic rock right there. Juked him out completely. Good skeet by Roxy, though, but I don't think it's going to matter. Key's going to get this
Okay,
corner.
Key. Okay, Key. I see you rocking out here. What a beautiful rock from Key. That was very nice.
Yeah, that rock right there was really crucial.
Oh, look at that. I'm seeing the replay on Vanilla stream. Oh.
That rock right there was super crucial because he still had a lot of health, but if he didn't nail that rock right there, Nick was in a pretty good spot to just snipe that tank. So being able to get that juke rock and Nick not expecting it, he basically broke his ankles right there.
That was a beautiful rock. That was such a fake out too. Oh. Wasn't even expecting it. Oh, and the turnaround at the perfect time. Very nice from Key. Very nice from Key.
Alright, I'm gonna pass the reins on to you for about 2 minutes while I take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Oh, go for
Chunk.
it,
I'll be right back.
man. Yeah. So basically what we got here, map 4. Never played Dark Carnival Remix. It's pretty similar, but not at all. Whoever's coming out here. We are looking at a Boomer, Spitter, Jockey, Hunter here. A 2-2 coming out. Boomer's gonna come out and get popped. Shut down immediately. Hunter's trying to come from behind. Jockey's gonna come above. Jockey shut down as well. Hunter can't find the spawn. Hunter finally finds the spawn. Oh no, he hit E. He gave up.
Hey, look out!
He decided that he wanted to find somewhere else to spawn. So we got a Smoker, Spitter, Hunter, and a Charger here. In the barns. Hunter's pouncing around. Not sure what's going on there. Trying to come around on to the barn for a damage pounce. Missing. Everything pretty much shut down there. Charger landing for 10 damage, but that's it. And the survivors are still sitting below 30 damage. Not what you want to see on a second hit.
I'll take the shotgun.
Oh, this stuff sucks.
Boom boom coming out. Rest of the hit coming in. Jockey on the roof just kind of messing around. Coming in. And destroyed. I don't know what is going on with Judgment right now. Their infected seems to be kind of out of order. They don't know what they're doing.
Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading.
They're playing very average right now.
Reloading.
And they're not getting enough damage.
Hey, watch out!
They are going to struggle real hard next map and or next server, sorry, if they don't start playing right now and getting damage. Because with the way Sanksquatch is playing, Boomer coming out, getting popped. Charger shut down, Spitter shut down. Once again, pretty much no damage coming out. I guess a little bit, but
All right. Way to go. Way to go.
average Dems fighting words. I guess. I don't mean it like that.
Alright, I have returned.
Hell yeah. It's going okay. It's just infected need a little bit more to work with here.
Yeah, it looks like Scrubs is taking a little bit of damage. Other than that, Sanksquatch is doing pretty well.
Yeah. If they take this tank decently, then it's gonna be very, very, very hard for Judgment to come back.
Where is this tank to? Tank sitting at 62%, pretty similar to last map. Hunter is going to land along with the jockey. This is going to be at least a 1 boom, no more than that though. Smoker is going to stay alive with a shred of health, 4 HP to be exact, and this tank is up in the hands of Olivia.
Boomer despawning as well. Interesting strategy there. Going for a second. Oh, can they? Oh, and the boomer getting popped. You hate to see it because they went for the despawn as well.
So this is a pretty familiar tank fighting area for Remix, going to be sort of in this general gazebo area.
Extremely open area. It's where you want to fight the tank. This is comparable to Parish Map 2
yeah,
area.
pretty similar to that. Maybe sort of like Pacifius area first chapter, but
yeah,
there are it's not as open, and there are a few more spawns, so it's not as bad tank side, and you do have 2 hittables to work with instead of 1, unless you're able to get that 1 dumpster.
Absolutely.
But this is a lot easier.
Absolutely. Well, hittables this game have been absolutely an emotional roller coaster. Let's be honest.
Unpredictable.
There's been hittables that I've seen land that I never thought in my entire life would land. I'm extremely excited to see what this tank will do. Keep it moving.
Everything been shut down so far. Infected side, but I wouldn't be surprised if Olivia just wants the Smoker Hunter jockey, but I believe this Smoker is the same one that had low health beforehand?
I believe that
this Smoker's
Olivia
working with half HP?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. It looks like Olivia is about ready to commit here, so
yep,
I guess they're just I guess they really want a Smoker. That's why they, are leaving it. Oh, that dumpster in a good spot, but Tank's just getting shredded. Get him, get him, get him.
Yep. Okay.
Nice. Oh.
This might be a kill. Oh, not quite.
So close to a kill. One more hit, and that was a dead Rochelle. Very nice try by Tank, but they really gotta get some damage here too, because they still have 4 pills. Oh no.
There was one opportunity there where I think the tank could have gotten 2 people down with 1 dumpster hit, while I think it was Nick and Rochelle were close to each other, but I don't think Olivia noticed it right away. Excuse me. Words are hard.
It's all good.
And so they're only going to be able to get 1 down, which is not a non-factor, but yeah, like you said, 4 pills, 3 permanent health, and all of them in green. That's exactly what you want. Sanksquatch's survivor play seems to get a little bit better every map.
They want a buffer, is what they want.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make sure they have a buffer for when they play on the away server.
And I've said this before, I think Australians and Kiwis, they are the most used to playing with 200 ping. So
oh yeah,
they have that natural advantage, you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's almost like they're like, yeah, I know how it goes. Like they're ready to compensate for the ping with their brains.
With their brains. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100% agree. The community that plays definitely, I think, with NA the most, except for maybe South America, but even South America doesn't get 200 ping. But being able to play from all the way over there and practice with that 220 ping, I think I was watching, Presto's stream a while ago, and he was talking about how he wishes he could just consistently get that practice with 250 ping, because it's pretty invaluable to be able to know what to expect with that high of ping. Not too bad of a hit right there. Scrubs is going to have to pop, but very, very close to save from now. They're reaching the end of this crescendo event.
Very different from the original Dark Carnival. You will not recognize any of the scenery.
This is, I think, in my opinion, the most different map, and it's not even really that close from the original. Oh, hold on now.
A
Scrubs is gonna be taken
beautiful
away.
three-boom, and the spit! He's stuck in the spit!
A lot of damage going on to Scrubs right there. No more health bonus in general for him, but you still gotta work on that damage bonus.
Yeah, you gotta get Coach and Nick.
I don't think they
They're
have the time.
they're carrying so much of that HP. I don't think they have time either.
Safe pass. Reloading.
They have one more hit. They have to make it count. They have to go now and make it count.
Reloading.
Come on, y'all, get inside.
Going as fast as I can.
Go, 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 go. Oh no.
Oh, that's gonna be a pretty decent charge, though. That might send Scrubs down. Not quite. Good clear there
But
at the end.
They needed to go for I don't know.
Yeah, they needed to go for the health bonus there. I agree. It's just that, like,
It's tough. It's
you gotta
tough in
take
that
what you get, I
situation.
guess. Yeah, especially with that
Yeah.
charger. Because I
Yeah.
did complain earlier that you got to take the easy charges there on the high ping, so might be a little hypocritical of me to say like rocket charge, but at the same time, that's kind of like a ride or die situation. Like that's kind of like your
yeah.
last chance. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Alright, so here we go. Map 4, round 2. We're starting at Crash City Bumper Cars.
It's a good name.
Interestingly enough, this is where you end up after you leave the safe room when you play original Dark Carnival.
What a really bad map, not maps, names for these buildings. How do you like Meat Burger?
Meat Burger? Yeah, I don't know about that.
Meat Burger, the burger stand. I wonder.
Meat Burger.
Wonder what they sell there. It's marketing team is on vacation that day.
Alright, so we got
games.
games. Oh, Boomer landing too. That's actually very nice. Hunter gonna land. Spit coming a little late. Actually, I don't think that Spit got any damage. Oh, 3 damage. Unfortunate.
Spitter's still alive though. Spitter's gonna rush all the way to the other side of the building. I like that actually. Not Scrubs. Key knows how invaluable that Spitter can be in this area. So yeah, just keep it because you're gonna get a 3 secure.
Oh yeah. Very nice shutdown from Judgment, by the way.
Charger gonna go in. That's gonna be the 3 cap. The Spitter's gonna go with the smoker. I like that play, and the jockey is just gonna take Nick as far away as he can.
Surprisingly, not as much damage as I thought. I thought they might get more there, but you know.
Yeah, that's the thing that I like the decision to spit on the smoke guy because that was your easiest target. It just comes down to game mechanics, and that's just it's not a great partner for the Spitter in most cases.
Yeah, man, the high ping posse pulls through.
Oh, that's going to be another charge landing in the what?
Oh, Boomer! Wow!
Wait.
Oh wait! Oh, one boom. Never mind. I
Wait.
thought that Boomer was shut down
Spitter
completely.
went. Please tell me I'm not crazy. The Spitter went underneath that cabinet. Oh man, that's extremely.
I did
lucky
not
for
watch
Judgment.
that. We might need a replay. I've been watching Survivor POV.
Dude, what is with this game? That spit just disappeared.
Alright, hits going out. Hunter landing. Spit gonna land on the Hunter too. Good spread.
So, you know, I think Judgment is at that part of their game now where they're getting a little bit frustrated because you know the key difference chunk that I'm noticing right now?
Yeah.
They are not taking their time at all. They were being extremely patient before, and now they are just running through like they have green ping.
Yeah, well, that's because when you're behind by almost 2,000 points now, you know, you're upset. You want to get that, but they just need to wait. They need to understand that on the next map, the pings will be switched, and they'll have the advantage.
Yeah, that's I think you were saying it earlier. I think you said it back during when we were watching what was their names? Royal Chaos and Babylonia.
Babylonia. Yeah.
The fatigue factor really does start to come into play, and the fatigue and frustration factor for Judgment, I think, is at an all-time high. That's the really unfortunate thing about going first on the away server, is that it could really be a mood killer, even when you know you're going to have the same opportunity as them. But sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes if that momentum is killed, it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, that's actually a really good hit up top right there. Luckily, Nick's not going to go down from that, but Coach is.
Very nice job. I do agree, though. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's the fatigue hits you. You get, you know, you start to, like, you lose hope. You start thinking, can we really win? You know?
Yeah, and you got to keep that mentality of, like, it's just the away server, because sometimes you're not able to tell, but right now you're able to tell Judgment isn't playing the same that they were the first 3 maps.
Yep, exactly. That's why you gotta stick with the fact that you gotta be like, you know what? We can play. We're good. As soon as you start thinking, can we win this? You've lost.
Charger's going to be shut down there. Both dumpsters are coming in. Pyro going to have the tank in his hands for this Chapter 4 tank. You know Pyro's going to be... Oh, go ahead.
I'm interested to see interested to see what Pyro does, because Pyro is a very good Survivor player.
No! Oh my god, that dumpster.
Like I said, he's a very good Survivor player. I think he knows what he's doing with tank. I think this might be the best tank we're gonna see from them.
Oh no, it hits the light pole. But you gotta watch out for the... Oh my god, the dumpster hit the bush. Judgment trying to run away from these dumpsters right now, but the tank still has a lot of areas where he can just play rock. This is kind of
beautiful boom. 2 boom is beautiful. Hunter's coming in, grabbing one. Oh, dumpster coming in so close, so close again.
Oh, he got the pull shot.
That's a kill. That's a kill right now. He has so much HP still.
You gotta be careful, because Ellis does have the deagle. And he no longer has the deal. He's dropped from the ground. His Ant-Man's dead.
He is never anymore, bro. This is insane. What an amazing play. I told you, Pyro. He's an amazing survivor. I knew he would play great tank. Oh, and now they're just gonna rush.
Yeah, Pyro, absolutely solid. He's on my friends list, so you know he's good at the game. Oh, that almost...
That is an amazing spot. What a great spot for the hittable. And they're gonna keep pushing though. And he's waiting for him. He's gonna make sure they push back towards his hittable.
So yeah, moving up here, I understand the thinking why you could do that, but that was really dangerous, because that hit's gonna be up, and then he can just hit those hittables in, and it's no longer looks like a good idea.
So, you know, this is when it doesn't matter whether it's home or away. This is when it matters what strat you're using. Yeah, these guys are clearly not using the right strat. It just looks like Judgment does not know what they're doing. They're lost.
I like the ambition to try the strat. I genuinely think that I know what you're going for there, but those aggressive plays are just so difficult when you're on the away server. You have to play defensive, because chances are those dumpsters aren't really in. Like, getting 2 dumpsters in that gazebo area, it looks scary. There's a lot of things you can hide from to make it so that it's a lot less scary. Because yeah, if you run away from those dumpsters, in theory, you're gonna have a rough time getting down, but all Pyro has to do is chase you with them, and now you're running into the barn for a free hit from Sanksquatch, and well, now you just lost all your HP.
It was it was quite interesting moves by them. I really was confused what was happening there. It seemed like they had an idea of what they wanted to do, and then I think that 2 people split off, and then 2 people decided last minute they didn't want to do it, and that's what happened. And then there was a bit of a split in communication, because that's what it seemed like there.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think Vanilla, are you gonna go to like break for a second?
People wanted to listen to the Pokemon Christmas Bash.
Pokemon Christmas? I want to listen to the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Count me in.
Alright.
I will be back in like 10 minutes.
All right.
Christmas, the time of year for peace on earth and to spread good cheer. A bash, a rocking party, filled with fun where the laughter is hearty. It's the Pokemon Christmas Bash, with Team Rocket, Brock, Misty, and Ash. So without further ado, here's a Pokemon holiday greeting for you. Who's that Pokemon?
I love this.
Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? Team Rocket, Brock, Misty, and Ash. Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? Squirtle.
I'm Brock, back on the block from a quick little stint with Ivy's flock. 2 things on my list ain't many: a kiss from Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny. Santa, please, with your ho ho ho, put 'em both under the mistletoe. Brock's kicking it and it's a gas at the Pokemon Christmas Bash.
Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon?
Brock's kicking it and it's a gas.
Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? Squirtle.
I'm Misty. I've got Stormy with me. We're having fun decorating the tree with a twist.
Brock
and
be
deck
steady
balls.
starving,
We got
man.
a Christmas tree full of Pokeballs. Hey Santa, if you're really listening, my wish list has only one thing. Just give me one dance with Ash
At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon?
Just give me one dance with Ash.
Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? Squirtle.
I'm Ash here with Pikachu. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, too. The holidays wouldn't be the same without roasting chestnuts on
Charizard's flame.
Santa, can you help it go faster? To become a Pokemon master. Gotta catch 'em all down to the last.
At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon?
Gotta catch 'em all down to the last.
Who's that Pokemon? At the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Who's that Pokemon? Squirtle.
Okay, that's it.
Are we ready here?
Let me check. No, not yet.
Oh boy, that's I don't remember hearing that from my childhood, but I know what that is. I know I remember hearing the Pokemon Christmas Bash. That's because that's from a whole album.
Yep.
There's fun facts about that album is it was like I think it was like produced by 4Kids or whatever, and the creators of Pokemon never really wanted Misty and Ash to be like a thing,
Yeah.
but they just decided to fuck with people and make it so Misty wanted to date him super hard, and everyone and like it, it just made a lot of people mad. I don't know if I remember the Pokemon movie soundtrack. I remember the one where it's like, brother, my brother. And then, like, Dark Pikachu slaps the shit out of the regular Pikachu. To, like, the saddest song, just like Hoobastank playing in the background and Pikachu's just getting murdered.
You can join me.
Oh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go for it. I think I'm gonna need IP because I can't join directly because it's a created map.
Two.
Alrighty, this one, part 2 of this home and away server between Sanksquatch and Judgment. Give us just a few minutes. We're gonna get this one going for you for the second half. This is going to be South American server. This is going to be Judgment's home game for those of you just tuning in. I don't believe I am playing, so I will spec. Everybody just entering the server right now. We're gonna get a good feel for what these pings are gonna be. Right now, though, it looks like that Style and Olivia, who are on the home server, have 113 and 82 ping. That's not great. We're seeing like 230s average across the board for the Kiwi Aussie gamers, which, like I sort of said before last game, that's kind of what they're used to. So I don't think they'll mind the 230 nearly as much as a bunch of other people would. So I don't know what the other two members of Judgment are going to be coming into this game with, because Scrubs, Key, B, and Pyro, the highest ping is 237 and the lowest is 222, 223. That's very doable for people who are used to that kind of ping. And on Style and Olivia have 80 and like 110. So this is going to be a hill to climb. This, absolutely, I think would change sort of like your morale overall coming into this. Roxy's ping is steady going up too. It looks like it's probably going to sit at about 70. Oh no, don't take my word for it. Probably around 76-ish actually. So yeah, it seems like they're going to be working with yellow ping, whereas Team Sanksquatch got to work with pretty decent pings beforehand. This is this is gonna be rough for Judgment right now, I think.
You know, Amethyst, honestly, there is a very, very big difference between home and away games and neutral games, and it shows more than ever in this match.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I will say that I think that someone would much rather play on 81 ping than 310. But you gotta think that, like, man, you'd love to see a 60 or a 50, God forbid a 40. Like you want as good of a chance as possible. And yeah, the home team just has on the Aussie Kiwi side, they just had better pings.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be rough. I believe that it's possible, but not probable.
And we're gonna, of course, see the same tank spawns throughout. So this is gonna be another late tank. It's gonna be 94. More than likely, both teams are gonna go back to that parking lot area. We're gonna see a lot of the same strategies that we saw from before. Pretty much everybody who was playing Uzi and shotgun probably going to be taking the same thing. Yeah, if I was on team Judgment, I would feel entitled to feel a little frustrated right now.
Yeah, it's a little tough being behind that much. You don't want to be, and especially going into a server where the pings are still yellow compared to before when it was green versus red. It's not a good feeling. It's very demoralizing.
We're just waiting now for 2 members of Judgment. They're taking a bathroom break, maybe a beer break, going and grabbing the Jack Daniel.
Maybe a little beer break, you know. Sometimes that liquid confidence helps you play better.
Yeah, but not too much.
Not too much. You
want
don't
the
want to
perfect amount of liquid confidence.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy who's shit faced in tournament.
For your tournament game, yeah, that's not gonna be good for anyone. But hey, it can calm the nerves, can loosen you up a little bit, and maybe straighten you out.
Absolutely.
Can be a very advantageous source of positivity. Very unlikely source of positivity, even.
No, those are the Aussies, right? Or who's the Aussies here?
The Aussies are Scrubs, Pyro. Well, I think Scrubs and B are Aussies.
Oh.
And then Pyro and Key are definitely Kiwis.
Going for a VB long neck and a dart.
They are leaving the server. Vanille, what's going on?
Did they call GG?
No.
I can't
They're
imagine.
gonna find another server.
Yeah, that makes sense. This one kind of
Maybe
sucks.
some people, yeah, just completely disagreeing with that ping.
Makes sense. Very bad server.
Hey, calm down. Sir Please is a good friend of mine.
Alright, we'll tell them to get better servers. Sir, if you're listening, I mean it.
Hey, take him seriously, sir. He means it. Well, I don't need to be in here anymore. I'm getting out. I wonder what they're gonna try to find, though. Yeah, it might be kind of cheeky, but the play at this point might just be to find a server where they have like low red ping, like 150, and find a server where the Aussies have like 300 ping. Maybe that's how you play this.
What were the scores last time?
No clue.
I do not remember. Oh
Not a-
no,
not a
Vanille,
clue in the
that's your
world.
job.
I know one team is winning and the other is losing.
Yep. It was like 3,000 to 1,000, something like that.
It was like it was like it was definitely between a 100 and a 3,000 point deficit, if that helps.
Thank you for the I pay.
Let's see if this server provides a better results ping-wise.
I'll tell you what, Amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it does, because I want to see another good game tonight, and I gotta go to sleep soon.
I gotta go to sleep eventually, man.
God, I hope so.
B saying,
I wish I had never worked tomorrow.
$3,254 to $1,312.
They're still yellow, but 2 of them are.
No,
more
apparently
yellow.
they changed servers because they didn't want the scores set.
Oh.
And it looks like there's a disagreement between the teams, and I don't know what's going on. No, I think that both teams don't want to set the scores.
Uh-oh. Why set it to 0-0 though?
Okay, now there is a disagree. This is turning into a benches clearing brawl here. Maybe that's a bit of a hyperbole, but there's definitely a disagreement here.
Definitely. Not sure how it's gonna be solved.
I do like that B said ass dumb instead of dumb ass.
I agree.
I like the creativity there.
Very funny.
We don't agree setting scores to 0-0. Interesting. So I don't know how this is going to be resolved.
Me either. I'm interested though.
So this seems like one of those things that has to be agreed upon before the game. Vanille, do you know what's going on at all? You know who's setting the scores? So yeah, the difference in this is that they're forcing the away team to basically play Survivor every game, which when you're working with the higher ping, can be frustrating. So yeah, it's a lot harder to play defensive when you have to go first with Survivor every single time. So I understand what Sanksquatch is saying here. And yeah, I don't really know what they were talking about beforehand to where there could be a disagreement here. Something got changed, but it wasn't the scores. Sorry about this, folks at home watching this on your PC, laptop, Xbox, PlayStation. I mean, whatever, man. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. We're gonna get this one started as soon as we possibly can. We're just trying to figure out exactly what is going on with the score setting here.
Yeah, the teams are not agreeing to the game right now, so we need to wait and figure it out because we want.
Good guy Vanille talking to the admin, trying to get this mess figured out. Multi-talented, that's what they call her. By they, I mean me, right now. But yeah, so we're able to see the scores now. The teams Sanksquatch working with a little bit under a 2,000 point lead. So we're just gonna call it a clean 1900 for my sake, for my brain at 12 a.m. And yeah, so they did not change the server because of the pings. The pings are still going to stay yellow for Judgment's team. In our last match, those Russians didn't ask us why this match should it be different. Because it's default. So I guess the argument here is that no one said anything. The last time that Judgment played, they just changed the scores, but because it's default, just in general, you need to ask. It's just that the last time Judgment played, they didn't ask, but they should have asked because now Sanksquatch is like, well, you didn't ask. And well, that's basically how this conversation's going right now.
Yeah, this is some kindergarten tier stuff going on right now, but it matters.
B said, we're not going to suffer because you made the wrong decision. It's not our fault. It's not fair for you to intentionally change servers to set the scores without us here. Yeah, I don't know, because this really seems like one of those things where there was not, like, this must be in the rules somewhere, right? It comes down to, like, who didn't read the rule set, and if it's not put in the rules, it should be put in the rules, because this is...
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because definitely the fault is at Judgment's hands if it's put in the rules, but if it's not, then I don't know what the hell to do.
I don't know either. This is interesting.
Yeah, take it from me. B is definitely the aggressive chap on that team. I don't know Key that well, but Scrubs and Pyro, very, very nice for the most part. That have and B can be nice, but B is definitely a little more. He can be a little more pushy, a lot more. What's the word? Confident, a lot more. Just he holds his ground. I'll say that. And he doesn't budge. So he's going to be the person to basically come on here and say, no, we're doing it this way. It is interesting though to see. This is one of those conflicts where there might, because of what's happening right now, be some sort of rule change, and those are always interesting. Okay. All right. Rails said if one team doesn't want to do it, I don't think there's a rule saying that they must. So that means what exactly? That means that if one team doesn't want to do it, no, well, it can't be democratically solved because it's what's like.
Because there's no rule for it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I guarantee for the voting system, it's going to be 4 for yes and 4 for no. So unless you want to get in there and pitch in your opinion, Vanilla, I think we're still at a standstill.
Oh, one just left.
Yeah, I think they might be going to a different server. I guess. I guess that's what's happening.
Ugh.
Nope. Okay, they changed. I don't understand. Oh man. This is... Yeah, Hayashi and B definitely have been the two that have been clashing heads here the most. Okay, Hayashi said we told them they didn't listen. But they told who? I'm confused. I was not. They said casters or the admins. I was not told. Were you told anything, Chunk? I wasn't told.
I
anything.
have not been told anything, and to be completely honest with you, if this game is not started in like 5 minutes, I'm going to bed.
I do not blame you.
I'm very upset that we have to wait. The scores are at 0, so.
Yeah, Olivia left though. I don't know if Olivia left in protest or just to restart their computer.
Why would I mean? I get it. You want to play infected first, but like.
Yeah, but
I understand it.
But what I'm saying is that this is a conversation that needs to happen between the teams before the game.
Exactly. I don't know why it's happening now in between sets, or in between matches. It just doesn't make sense to me.
All right, let's let Papa Rails handle this one because I'm not.
For sure. I am not in any position to handle this.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like, we told the caster. They're like, I didn't tell me shit. I don't know what's going on, dude. I just want to watch a game. I'm not rooting for any team. I'm not rooting for any one side. I understand both sides, but this is the confrontation between the teams here.
Yep.
So in our last match, we didn't vote. So Hayashi just wants a rematch, which I don't think will happen. But that's the thing. They're like, so if there was a rule stating that, if there was a rule stating that you needed to discuss the home and away set scores beforehand, then Judgment couldn't say anything. But because there is no rule, no one's in the wrong, so there can't be a rematch. That's how I see it, at least. I don't know if you agree.
I just want to see these motherfuckers shoot some people.
No, you can go to bed if you want, man. I work at like 5 p.m. I'm more than equipped to handle this game if you want to.
No, it's all good, man. I gotta work at 8 a.m. and it's,
yeah, you should, dude. You should go to bed, dude. It's perfectly fine. Because I don't know when this one's gonna start.
I just want to see the first round at least. I want to see if maybe on their home server we're able to, do some work. But it's just so much shit.
Yeah, if it were, we'd be able to enforce it, but servers shouldn't be switched just solely for an admin that scores.
I agree.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is going to be one of those things where there's going to be a rule next tournament around, specifically because of this situation. So yeah, they are. I don't understand this point of view. Is they are saying what will happen with the last match? Well, the last match, it doesn't matter. The last match was just last match, right?
Yeah.
Like the last match is not affected by this in any way.
Not at all. That's what I'm like not understanding. Where are they connecting to the last match?
The only thing that I can see here is because they didn't know that they weren't going to be able to set scores in this game. They might have played differently last game, but even then,
they want a rematch so they can try and get a better. I see what's going on.
But like even then, I don't. That's a pretty small issue to warrant an entire rematch.
I agree. I think they're upset with their performance last round. Maybe they're trying to, say, oh, the scores were wrong. Maybe not, though. I'm not trying to accuse anyone of anything, so.
I'm actually curious, are you reading Twitch chat, Vanilla? Does Twitch chat have a side on this?
They are both making a big stink, and I feel like there's going to be an insta-tank wipe by one of them, and the big stall will be for literally nothing.
Who said that? Shut up, that guy.
Beardmouth with the 100% correct take. Oh my god.
Alright, it looks like we are playing. I don't know how happy Judgment's gonna be about it, but we will see indeed.
Hunter landing, spit landing, a little bit of damage. It's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Two Boom there is gonna, if anything, cause them to move a little slower. Now we're going to see how Sanksquatch reacts to being in the defensive and having to play more patiently.
Yep. Interested to see how they play on the Survivor side when their ping is in the red.
B's gonna go ahead and eat that one boom there, and the Hunter's just gonna try to run away, I think. Charger's gonna go from the back, and he's gonna be able to land a target hit onto Key there. Oh, and B's gonna actually jockey for a while.
Hunter coming in late, not able to get enough damage. Still landing, so it's better than nothing, but not what you want.
Yeah, that was a late decision to hit right there. And it ended up working out okay, but all the pieces weren't quite in place for it to be perfect.
Yeah, if the hunter was a little bit earlier, you could have seen maybe some backup on the charger. Maybe a second pound. I didn't even see it. Did the charger get a pound?
I don't think. No, it got cleared right away. Actually,
Okay. Okay.
you know, Chunk, they might have what you need right here. This motel is open 24 hours and it's free coffee.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
I need some of
also,
that.
also has cable TV.
Oh, cool. Oh, charge landing and the spit. Very good spread, too. That's going to be a decent amount of damage right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow B next to the pool. You know what? I never even noticed it. The pool has water in it. Wow,
Does.
look at that.
It looks brown from a distance, though. It's, like, weird.
Yeah, we don't
So-
talk about why it looks brown.
I mean, you know, it's only... I don't know. I think we should talk about it.
Charger's gonna land
Oh,
on
Charger
himself.
land?
Oh my God! This
Oh,
jockey's taking
the jockey.
Nick for not.
Was
yeah,
that-
it was Nick for a ride.
Was that 2 pounds?
I don't know. I was watching the jockey because I did not expect the jockey to get that much distance and damage, but it did.
Sure. Pause coming out already. Already being disbanded.
This game has the feel of one that might become toxic, but I think that was a friendly pause because Olivia was lagging. I could be wrong.
Hopefully. You can only hope. Boom gonna land 1. Coming up for proxy, getting popped. Just working on clearing common right now. Going over the rail.
Yeah, Sync has been
No
eating it pretty
choke.
hard right here. They've lost a lot of health, and this might be one of those times where they opt for just fighting the tank at the hill. It's
You know,
interesting to see this because we didn't get to see Judgment's Survivor side first time.
Yeah, you're right. One thing that I'll say is that we have not seen a good choke hit there. Back where they have to go over to the playground.
Yeah, that
Off
was the
the
first
motel?
solid one.
We haven't seen anything really great there.
If there was one, I can't remember. It's been 3 hours since I've seen.
I was
Chapter
gonna
1.
say, like, I don't think there's been a good hit there. Maybe one. I'm struggling to remember. It's been a while. You're right.
It's been too long, my friend.
It has. I just realized it was 12:16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, if you
nice.
wanna
I'm good.
like get going after this chapter, I completely
Oh, yeah.
understand.
No, I'm gonna watch the infected side, so we're good.
Mhm.
But yeah, Pyro, nice skeet back there. That was really good. Pyro is still showing up with these skeets.
Yeah, Pyro's always been pretty solid at that.
Pyro is the Nathan of this map.
Oh, that charge!
Oh,
though.
beautiful. We got 1 pound. We got 2 pounds. Oh, only, wow. Decent clear for the distance.
Yeah, no way you take this tank back anymore. You play it right here.
No.
You might even be really aggressive.
Let's get you back up.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah, I think that's the best option here is to just play aggressive tank because going back, you're going to have one guy slow at least.
You make sure you use this.
Call me crazy, but I think you push forward and run? Because the tank spawns next to the safe room. You can't go back.
Yeah,
I think Scrubs tries to make it to safe room.
he might be able to make it.
Gotta watch out for that car. Gotta watch out for that one comm. He's able to get away from it.
Grubs, go safe room. Oh, he's going, he's going.
Oh,
is
the tank just
waiting.
playing hockey right now, playing
Tank
goalie.
knows, he knows. Tank knows exactly what he's
First
doing.
gonna miss though. Oh, the jockey isn't gonna miss, but it's gonna be cleared. This is actually really intense right now. B's gonna dodge the tank punch. Scrubs
This is
is not going to
really-
be able to.
And then we got...
That's a down.
Scrubs still with the best health bonus.
Oh, B with the tank dodge. They might be able to kill this tank. They're gonna be able to kill this tank. Oh my god, dude. No way.
Wow. What an amazing play.
Scrubs still has so much health bonus too.
On the away server, I think we know whose game this is gonna be.
Yeah, there's Scrubs.
I hate to call it this early, but oh my god.
They have to
That
make it
is
into safe room. If they don't make it
unfortunate.
into safe room, they really don't finish with this much. If they're able to get in right now, Scrubs has to be careful here. They're gonna get a little bit of bonus. Clear the jockey. Yep, clear the jockey. And yeah, they're
That's
gonna
it.
make safe room.
Oh my lord.
They're not gonna finish with anything special, just 80 points, but that's... you don't expect to kill tank there.
Incredible. Yep. They showed that even on the away server, they know what they're doing. Now let's see how Judgment does on their home server.
Yeah, you have to, like, feel like Judgment probably is not only upset about the score in general because they're losing, which, you know, they should be. They played their away server, but now are probably upset because they probably in some way feel cheated, unfortunately. And those are things you just have to get out of your head and just play the game.
Yeah, that's at that moment you can't dwell on it. If you dwell on it, it's gonna tilt you, and when it tilts you, it affects your team, because when you're not playing as good, your team is gonna get tilted because you're not playing how you should be.
Yeah, and it's just a domino effect from that point on.
Exactly. That's exactly what I had in my head. Domino effect.
I'd be unfortunate to see because it's been a pretty entertaining game so far.
It has been. The first game was incredible. So many good tanks and hittables, and it just... Good hit here.
I like that hit from
Oh.
Sanksquatch right there.
That is... They're really showing that it doesn't matter what ping they play on.
Yeah, you have a lot of things going in their favor right now. And one of the big ones is one that I mentioned earlier, the fact that they know how to play on high ping. They're the Australians
Yep.
and New Zealanders. They are probably the best at it.
Yep. They have no problem right now. They understand what they're doing, and it's just, it feels like when they hit, they're accounting for the ping.
Reloading.
They have that fucking internal lag compensation.
Yeah, sooner or later, you're gonna mentally just sort of like realize when you have to shoot stuff in that ping. I agree. Hunter, Jockey, Charger, Boomer. Not a bad bridge hit here. A lot of room for separation.
It's a tough hit. They're baiting it out really hard. They're extremely afraid to go forward, but slowly making their way. Kind of slicing the pie, if you will. And here comes the hit. Charger getting deleted. Hunter and Jockey not really going to be able to do much. Boomer landing one. And that hit is done.
Yeah, great clear by Judgment there. They needed that really solid, just no damage clear on a hit that usually turns out to be pretty good. That's the confidence boost that I think they need right now.
Exactly. They really just need to start saying, you know what, this is our home server. This is us. We rule this shit. Let's go.
They have
I believe in them.
They have every ability to take this tank well too right now.
I agree. They could do this. But the problem is that Sanksquatch has... They've shown already that they're infected, know what they're doing. I mean, that first hit was not bad.
No, not at all.
The
And
second
now they have a pretty
hit...
good hit right here too. Go ahead.
Second hit got shut down, but let's see what this third hit can do. Especially on the choke, which they are setting up for, it looks like. In a weird way, though.
Yeah, they're very crowded right now. They definitely just want to go for this big spit damage charge right here. They might even be trying to stumble. Because with how much damage spit does now while you're standing, stumbling someone in spit can be a lot worse than getting charged in it.
Yep. Oh, what a nice double cap there.
Yep, that'll do a lot of damage. Smoker being able to block the doorway. Style had to find a different way out of that room. Very solid hit there from Sanksquatch's side.
Yep. They know what they're doing. They're playing smart. They're playing to win. Even on those high pings, you know, they're ready to go.
Oh no,
Coming in,
Hayashi's
landing on
completely
Coach.
separated.
That is tough. He's gonna take a lot of damage there. Surprisingly, not as much as I thought.
So, they have to go back here. This actually is very similar damage to, I believe, what Sanksquatch had their Survivor round last game. So they certainly can run back, but they haven't been taking these hits super well, aside from that second one.
Yeah, really good play by the survivors, honestly. Granted, it is their home server, but they need to play, you know? They need to show up.
Well, let's see what mentally they're going to do here. Obviously not going to rush. The fact that that worked out for Sanksquatch was halfway between ridiculous and amazing.
It was a miracle, to be honest. Alright.
Styles going to take this sabbatical real quick.
Oh, yeah, looks like he is lagging very hard. And you don't want to be lagging on your home server.
Yep.
Kind of takes away the point of home server. And Charger, once again, getting deleted. Completely removed from the game. Tank in the hands of Key.
Okay, so they're playing this... I don't know. Trying to chip that tank is just going to give infected spawns.
Now, we saw Key tank last round, and Key tank did a very, very nice job. Let's see what Key can do this time.
Smoker is going to try to get that... Oh, the triple boom!
The triple boom, and you know Key is immediately rushing in to capitalize. Hunter's going in to try and slow him down. Hunter actually just got chipped by that car that tank hit up.
That
Unfortunate.
Smoker in the hand of Scrubs was super close to getting someone into the car alarm.
Tank is on second pass, so you know, a little tough. He needs to play it a little smart.
It's AI.
Oh, it is.
It is AI. What?
I didn't even. It really happened. Wow. All right. Thank you for pointing that out, Vanilla. I didn't even notice it was AI.
They were taking a really long time just for setup. The Hunter's gonna get shut down immediately. Boomer's gonna miss. This is gonna be a no-hitter AI tank. Wow, what a complete change of fortune. Okay, now if that doesn't give you a rush, if you are Judgment right now, I don't know what will, because this just got really exciting really fast. They have a lot of health bonus still.
Oh no. They're ahead by and a pause.
Style with
Style
180
again?
Yep.
Oh no.
This is turning out to be a very interesting second game.
I'm not sure because they still had like a 2,000 point lead, did they not?
Like 1900, 2000. The way things are shaping up right now, we're in the market to see like them chipping away by about 600 points or so. Maybe, nah.
This could be good. I agree. I really want to see them make it to the end. Things got interesting. I can't believe they AI'd that tank. That was really smart. The infected just couldn't keep up.
It's one of those situations where I'm like wondering like whose fault is it more?
I don't know. Well, right now we got a spitter, jockey, charger, smoker, and they're coming in. Smoker's gonna land.
Oh, the charger doesn't though.
Gonna miss by an inch right there. I cannot believe that did not land on the coach. I was watching that. So close.
Shotgun.
And right now, Judgment is playing like it's their home server, and there was a very, very distinct moment where it kind of felt like they weren't playing on their home server, so it certainly seems like they've shapened up a bit.
Someone in the chat asking, did they purposely make the tank AI? I agree with Vanille. I
Absolutely
do not think so. I think that the tank just had a really rough time getting in, and the support could not keep the survivors back.
There are very few tanks in this game that I think are... how do I even put this? There are very few tank spots in competitive Left 4 Dead 2 where AIing it is like a valuable asset, but that's only like barely, like even then, like even any spot where I can think of where like AIing the tank seems like an okay decision. Most of the time you want to be the tank.
528 bonus. That is exactly what they needed, and this is the chance they have. If they can start, you know, really getting this score up the next couple rounds, this is what they need to win.
Yeah, and this is where setting the scores really starts to come into play, because now Sanksquatch does not go first.
Yep. Completely changes, and now I think I might stick around for another round because
Alrighty.
things got interesting, and now I want to like stick around. I need to go to bed after this, though. There's no question about it. But
Man,
one more round.
I don't want you to be falling asleep at work tomorrow.
I don't, dude. I drive for a living, but tomorrow I'm just gonna be at the dealership doing nothing. So who gives a fuck?
Nice.
That's why I don't give a shit right now. I'll just get a Red Bull in the morning. This will be fun.
Those are good. I'm more of a Rockstar person, though.
Oh, but you know, have you ever had the tropical Red Bull, the yellow one?
Yes, I have. Mostly in combination with alcohol.
Oh, I drink it with Jaeger. It's really good.
Yeah, your bombs are great, dude.
Yeah, I've actually been drinking a little bit tonight. I'm drinking this Lagunitas. It's called Sonomica, right?
Ooh.
So it's like a sour farmhouse ale, but it's aged in like red wine barrels.
That's cool. That's yeah. That sounds good.
It's actually very tasty. It has a really, really heavy red wine taste. I love it.
Usually when I drink, I just drink like I'll just mix vodka with like a soda. And that's pretty much it. I don't get too fancy when I'm alone.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. I try not to either, but I enjoy nice beer.
What's your alcohol of choice?
Milk.
Milk?
Are you like, I know that it's pretty common for like people who are like Asian to have like they can't drink it at all.
I mean, I can drink it. I just choose not to.
What do you mean? Vanilla's drinking that milk from a Clockwork Orange.
That quality 2% ale.
That fucking Clockwork Orange milk that gets you fucked up. Anyway, we're looking at almost already up here. We're just waiting on everybody because people are probably still tilted. It looks like it looks like there's still disagreements in the chat. I think it mainly comes from bitterness over what happened from the decision last map. Unfortunate, but you know, it's always gonna happen when it comes to tournament settings.
Seems like cooler heads are prevailing, though, I believe. Right now, they're just trying to figure out exactly how to set this tank to make it spawn in the same spot.
Oh, maybe they are getting tilted. My bad. I read a message and it looked more aggressive than it was. Like, it looked more aggressive than it was. But yeah, it's really cool stuff.
And Style now. Style was the one who was having problems earlier, though. Hopefully he can keep that under wraps for the entirety of this game, because their team is going to need that sort of spark plug from each one of them if they want to keep this momentum.
Yeah, and they absolutely can make this happen. There's no question.
I'm curious, Vanilla, are you running carrots for this game?
Yes.
What are the odds?
Let's see. Sanksquatch 74% with 88.5k carats.
88.5%.
And Judgment at 30.9k carats.
All right. I don't disagree. I think that Sanksquatch is a good team, but right now, Judgment looks like they are coming out of the first round feeling a little bit better than I might have thought they were going to feel. Let's see if they can prove the majority wrong as we get on to the second chapter of Remix.
Are we going? I'm sorry.
It's been a long day for you, off Junk.
Yeah, I alt tabbed, my bad. I had to respond to a message, I'm sorry.
Oh, Jockey almost got fooled there for a second.
It was important.
I believe. One from the left for it too? I don't believe it.
Oh, wow! Nice land on the jockey, but can't take him out. Hunter's coming out, getting skeeted. Very nice skeet from Roxy. And Roxy also shutting down. Oh, not shutting down the Boomer. Boomer gonna manage one.
Boomer shut down in style.
Yeah, that was still nice from Roxy. Roxy is playing very nice here.
Yeah, pretty fine for the way that hit went. At some point, though, Roxy and Style both took 11 bits of damage. It didn't look like they took that much.
Yeah, it's
No.
It adds up though, you know.
Yeah, like that doesn't seem like a whole lot right now, but that's a surprising amount of damage for what looked like no damage.
I agree. Well, we'll see what happens. I vibe with Roxy. Always vibe with the Chrome Shoddy player.
Oh, that's a good pull. That's
no!
a good
And then the
block.
Charger misses though. What happened there? The Charger was gonna go and that would have been so much better if the Charger landed there.
That,
Amazing hit regardless. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, that was a quad. So it didn't look like the Charger really had any plans.
yeah, I agree. It
go
was.
for the quad. It looked like he wanted to take away the smoked guy.
Reloading.
We got a sub coming out from Scrubs.
I don't think anyone's gonna take that.
I'm not going to. I'm just joking. Oh, nice insta clear.
Oh, that's
Sure.
where it got shut down. Good shot. Good job shutting down that hit after the disaster that was the second hit.
So tank's gonna come up right here.
They push forward. They push forward on this tank. So we're
Okay.
seeing a little bit of a different tank. They don't have the health that they
Are
want
they?
from.
Are they kind of giving up? What's going on?
No. This is a real tank fighting spot.
I mean, I
don't
guess. I would go back, honestly.
No, don't get me wrong. Back is better, but they're just taking stock in their health that they have, and they're just going to fight it in this area.
Fair enough. They are getting a good position right here.
A lot of good spawn points. This is very different from the tank that you see in the regular Dark Carney. Not a whole lot of great spawn.
Oh, yep.
Dark Carney, like dumpsters, sure, but it's hard to actually use them. These dumpsters are a lot easier to get in, a lot easier to set up, a lot more spawn points, and we are going to see Pyro commit on Rochelle. He's going in right away, trying to get this corner, and it looks like the Special Infected are just going to try.
What a
look
skeet
at
from
Rochelle.
Roxy.
Gonna go ahead and juke out Pyro twice. That's actually really, really bad for Pyro, because that means that Judgment had enough time to kill Sanksquatch's entire hit with those two jukes. If if Pyro just hit those punches, he could have gotten out and kept that tank for a while longer. But because those two jukes missed, it gave Judgment enough time to come up and just kill his tank.
Good lord, this is a very interesting match so far, if I do say so myself.
Oh, but the charge and
Oh no! In the spit too. Oh no!
So this is something I really don't see that often from a lot of people, because a lot of the time a lot of people see somebody get a charge, and when they're a spitter, they see the stars light up in their eyes and they go for that spit.
Yeah.
But making sure you know if someone is just going to go down from 1 pound is really important with spitter, because you could have saved the spit to keep someone down. You could have spit someone else. You could have spit on the smoke guy, because spitting there doesn't do anything for you. But I'm not going to blame them, because that's something everybody does.
Yeah. You always spit on the charger. It's a hidden. It's like an unwritten rule of Left 4 Dead.
Not a great boomer kill there by Style.
Yeah. Little bit of a whiff there.
But yeah, that's just one thing in general that I just don't see a whole lot, because like you said, when they get that charge, you want to get that spit. It feels good. It feels right. Sometimes you don't always need it, and the spitter is very valuable for spots like that.
Hey man, sometimes I'm just fiending for those dings.
Oh, they're extremely satisfying. It's like popping bubble wrap.
Reloading.
So we're waiting on next hit.
We still are seeing Hayashi, Roxy, and Style all fast. Hayashi has 10 health though, and Olivia in the back with 12. So they have to wait for their teammate. That's gonna stutter them a little bit, and Sanksquatch's gonna be able to get another hit before Crescendo.
One boom. He's hiding, not stacking the boom yet. Getting killed though from another angle. Nothing coming out. This is not really good.
This still isn't a foregone conclusion for the safe room though. Sanksquatch can still knock over Judgment with a couple good hits right here, and that would be really bad news for the home server team if they don't make safe room.
No, I agree, but like you said, like 2 maps ago when we're first casting at 9 o'clock, this map is really hard to get to the end to after you get to hit pretty hard by tank. And
very true.
If I remember correctly, these guys took a pretty decent wallop from tank. Maybe not super decent, but enough to where they're bleeding.
I'm feeling confident enough to say that I really don't think, like, that tank, I wouldn't call it bad, but those 2 misses, those 2 dodges by Olivia there, when Pyro was trying to hit her, were extremely crucial, because they already took a really bad second hit, and Pyro had every opportunity to kind of squash them there. And if they get squashed there, that's really bad for the team, but that's no longer the case anymore. They made safe room. They made safe room with bonus now.
I'm really not sure how that even happened there. That was an incredible play by Judgment. Olivia played so smart with the juice.
Tank juking is an art, my friend.
I remember you popped off for Olivia. You were like, yo! You have to. You have to pop off.
The word is pop off worthy, my friend.
Oh, always. It's coming out. Oh, Hunter's gonna land with the spit. That's a good spread, but he's gonna be able to get out of it quick. Could have been a better spread.
You know what's crazy? That hit looked a lot worse than the one Judgment took, but Sanksquatch actually took less damage. Because first team took 22, they only took 16.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. This game is so deceiving.
Oh, this isn't going to be deceiving.
Oh no!
Couple punches onto Key. That's going to be Pyro getting taken away by the
Very
jockey.
smart. Very smart to just go for punches at that point, you know?
Even smarter too. As soon as the charger knew it was about to die, it charged and I believe got that extra 10 damage as well.
Very good stuff.
Pills.
Great infected play from Judgment. It
Once
feels
again,
like now they're ready.
Don't pop the boomer! No, not on B. Got stumbled in the spit. Who did it? Who did it to him? I wasn't even. Oh man. That's
You hate to see it.
I knew. I saw that boomer waddling, and I was like, oh no.
Oh.
And now we get to see what this team can do with a quad.
Oh, I'm interested. Let's see.
I think this is a wait till they come out of the building moment, though. Try to hit as soon as everybody comes out. Try to hit
I
a
think that's
stump.
what they're going for too.
Yep.
Who's gonna go first though? Claws are rough. I believe though, if they land it here, then they secure like the win. I think this could be really hard.
They're gonna go for the quad as soon as the tank spawns. Oh, that charger just barely been able to hit him. But the jockey is going to be able to get quite a bit of damage onto B. And now they have this weird decision to make of where to fight the tank because they're further back, but they don't have a great amount of health. Pyro has already, he hasn't gone down, but he's already working with temp health. They don't even have 4 pills. This is not where Sanksquatch wanted to find themselves. Tank into the hands of Roxy. This is Spotlight is on her to carry this momentum even further. If she can wipe out, he or she, I guess I shouldn't assume, if they can wipe out Sanksquatch right now, that is going to be a huge chunk taken out from the deficit they're working with. Oh, that dumpster's good.
Yeah, if we're looking at a wipe here, that is a possibility for a win. It's still a tough possibility because you still have about a 2,000 point hill to climb, but or not 2,000.
Oh yeah, just going to get rid of that boomer. Wait, why get rid of that boomer? That was at first I thought that boomer was just sacking, but he's in no position to sack right now with the tank at 25% second pass. But it didn't look like anyone was really close to the boom. This tank might get AI'd.
It's looking like it, maybe? I don't know.
Hitting that dumpster there might just cause Roxy
AI
to go.
tank.
It's gonna go AI. Wow, hitting that dumpster there was not the play. What a smart.
This is bad. They have to go for something off this.
Yeah, oh, they know it's an AI tank.
Oh no.
Not an optimal rock, but a pretty optimal smoke. Rochelle is out of order for the time being.
Oh, one hit! One hit on AI!
Gonna do some work on to B. The rock lands, dude!
AI rock!
Rock lands!
Let's go!
He's gonna get a corner? No, dude. Oh my god.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
I mean, when you have an AI tank, that is the best thing you can hope for.
Oh yeah, we saw 2 different worlds from 2 different AI tanks, and you know what? That one was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
That rock was awesome.
Rock, dude, it was an overhead rock, perfectly placed, right at feet. I think it was Key. I'm pretty sure it was Key. That was beautiful. And I'm complimenting a robot right now. They can't even hear me. They'll never be able to rewatch this VOD. They don't exist.
That was incredible. Oh, you love to see the AI tank do work. Charger coming in, Hunter as well. Hunter gonna land, Spitter coming in as well to secure some damage. Not gonna be a lot, but it's enough.
getting deja vu here. This is another situation. Last game we were waiting to see how far Judgment can make it, and now after a tank fight that has taken away all the pills of Sanksquatch, we're gonna see how far they can make it. And hope that right now I think they at least want to make it to the water slides.
They gotta try and get something here.
That's gonna cause one of your teammates to get boom, which I think that means they just sort of retreat and wait. Roxy probably had an opportunity to respawn there for more health, but not too important.
You're gonna have to do better than that to kill me. Nice. Reload. Holy shit, guys! It's goddamn Kittyland.
Good rocket.
Nice rocket charge. He's going for too many scratches.
What happened to that charger?
Should just taking Rochelle
No,
further down.
I think it got brick walled.
Really?
I think so. Vanilla, did it get brick? Did you see that?
I didn't see the charger get brick walled at all. It looked like he just rocketed in and started scratching.
No, he definitely stumbled something, and I'm pretty sure he stumbled Rochelle. That was weird. I might be losing my mind. I'm pretty sure that was a brick wall.
I'm not sure. Really, now I don't know.
Either way, that's gonna be pretty good for them because that means Key doesn't go down until right now. Now we got 2 down in the alleyway. They're gonna have to pick up teammates fast. Remember how I said that the spitter can be pretty dangerous in the alleyway? They want to get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah, they do.
Why? They're not gonna be able to pick up their teammate now, and that's gonna allow 3 more spawns to come in. Jockey is gonna be able to get Nick for if only his.
Wow.
Hunter gonna wall pick. No, Hunter's
And
gonna
Charger the scratches again. Is that their strat? It's just scratches? It's not a bad strat.
Especially when the other team is just about dead. Why not?
Reloading.
I got a plan.
Yeah, you know what? Sanksquatch is not going to be able to make it as far as Judgment did in the same sort of situation.
And the smoke coming out, that's another down. And I believe that Rochelle is going to go down here. Yep, to the spit. Well, Amethyst, I think that's it for me.
Alright, dude, you go get some sleep. Thank you for being a broadcaster for the last 15 hours. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys. I tried my best, so.
Good
Got a little
job,
tired
man.
towards the end, so. Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
No, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, dude.
No problem. Have fun casting the rest, and good luck. Have fun doing playing.
Good night, man.
Good night.
Nil, you're stuck with me, and you know what? It's at least it's turning out to be a really good, really fun game. You know. So let's go ahead and just sort of check in with everything right now. We're seeing like about an 800 point cut in the original score. Roughly, that means that Sanksquatch is winning by about 1,100 points, give or take a million, but it's around 1,100 points to some degree, which is pretty solid right now if you're on Team Judgment. You just kind of want to keep chipping away as much as possible. I think they're going to have a completely different mindset when it comes to fighting the tank we are going to see at the gazebo in Chapter 4. I think they're going to fight that completely differently. And of course, we have the tank right here, which is going to be sort of outside in that area where I don't know if it was Key or Pyro, but someone got absolutely screwed over by a wild dumpster with a wicked bounce. So it's going to be interesting to see how things are handled from this point on. Let me go ahead and get spec cut up real quick for this first hit.
Reloading.
Charger, Boomer, Smoker, and Jockey. I said it last game that you want the Jockey here instead of the Hunter, and they're going to get their wish. Let's see if they do anything with it. Charger is going to miss, unfortunately, but he is going to go ahead and gift some punches to Roxy and I think Olivia. Quite a few. No separation there, but I think you take 73 damage on Roxy, with everyone else taking about 10, give or take. You take that most times out there for that hit.
Reload. Ammunition.
Quick little wall kick right there. It's not going to work out, but I don't mind that hit because that was a really bad 2-2 for that area. If that would have landed, that would have been about 15 damage or so, but no big deal that it didn't land. Actually, I say that, and Roxy has miraculously lost like 18 health. I don't know how that happened, but now almost, well, I wouldn't say almost slow, but certainly closer to slow than she would be at 73. This is going to be around the corner hit. Pretty classic hit and setup right here. Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Boomer. Charger's going to come from the far back, and because of the Hunter's stumble, the Charger's going to be able to land. Jockey even lands for a second, and that barf bag right there, achievement unlocked and Left 4 Dead 1, that is going to cause the survivors to be slowed down a little bit. So a pretty good hit right there. It's not going to show on the scoreboard that that was a good hit, but it does sort of take the momentum away from Judgment because they have to slow down a bit. Keeg trying to go for the smoker pull of a lifetime, but not able to quite get it. Hunter's going to land for a second, which does mean that the Spitter is going to be able to see some action. And Style is now going to be rocking pretty much the same amount of health that Roxy has, about 47 HP. So far as we're exiting the Tunnel of Love, Sanksquatch has done a pretty good job infected side to go ahead and lower their health as much as possible before this tank fight. Style is going to find pills, and we are going to see this hit outside of this room on the last guy entering. We're going to see a couple punches thrown in, along with a good block from the Hunter and the body block from the Smoker. That's going to be so much damage, way more damage than I was originally thinking. What a great body block there by the Smoker. Didn't even have to smoke at that point to block that exit or entryway, whatever way you want to refer it to. That was their best hit so far, and their hits in general haven't been bad to begin with.
Reloading.
Not a good hit we're going to see right before tank. It's a pretty crappy 2-2. But this Boomer is going to be able to land for 3. Tank's a little too far away to capitalize on that, unfortunately. But I think right now, once again, it just sort of makes it so survivors have to waste ammo. It doesn't let them get situated in the right spot. They just sort of generally feel uncomfortable with that many people being boomed on right now. So you'll definitely take a 3 boom rather than not, even if it's not going to do anything immediately. Tank's going to go for a Miracle Rock here, not going to land. But you know what is going to land? That Charger and that Hunter, and the Charger's going to get at least 1, yeah, count it, just 1. And the Tank's going to start rolling in here. We only have 1 in-cap. Roxy has been in-capped once, and Roxy and Style both have temporary HP. It looks like Olivia and Style are most likely going to have to pop as this tank comes in, which is, by the way, in the hands of B, the highest ping member on their team, at least at the start of the game. Right now, not the highest ping member. They've been shifting here and there. Trying to find the perfect time to go in. I don't remember if he's going to get a Hunter or a Charger here. The Boomer missed just a couple seconds ago, so we won't be seeing that infected for a little bit. Another weird bounce off the tree branch. I wouldn't be surprised if we were going to see some sort of curveball coming in, maybe a knuckleball even from that dumpster. Gonna go for the early pull, and it is going to work. Doesn't look like that's going to be a corner though. Trying to go for the dumpster, but that was never going to work with that fence being in the way. It looks like he's going to stumble on the table there, and the infected is going to be able to land, or at least the Hunter is. I think that was a 2-punch tank from B. Not exactly if you want... That's not really what you want to see if you're Sanksquatch right now, because you'd done so much damage beforehand. That was your chance to really stop Judgment's momentum. They had done a lot of damage, and that tank just unfortunately probably doesn't cut it, because now everybody is relatively healthy for this roller coaster, and they're going to be making a lot of points here. So we've been seeing some really good hits from Sanksquatch. They have proven that they are by no means slouching on the infected side of things, but their tanks have just not been good enough. They have really dropped the ball on that end, and so their Chapter 4 tank, whoever it is, I believe it's Scrubs, is going to have to pick up some slack. Charger's going to go in late. It's probably going to die before it even charges, and it does. This is going to be a pretty nothing hit on the coaster right here. Like I said before, I don't really think nearly as daunting as regular Dark Carnivals. There's just so much more room for error there. But you know, the beginning of the coaster and Remix is just so long and narrow that you have so many opportunities to get rid of the special infected before they can even do anything, and it showed right there. Boomer is going to go in and is going to get a 1 boom onto Ellis. So that's going to slow them down for at least a bit. Hunter opting to... Oh, okay. That was the spitter that died. I thought someone just got an insane skeet. But no, the spitter is the one that died, and the Hunter is going to land for just a second.
Just keep following the tracks.
Nothing up except a Charger. Don't know what Key's plan is here. Actually, no, a Smoker is up. Yeah, I should probably read Spec HUD instead of the stupid infected bars. And that is going to get Olivia down on the other side of the coaster. So a lot of potential here. We do see Scrubs has a Boomer, and the Charger is going to go in and is not going to be able to get a slam. But once again, it's just causing commotion in general. Smoker is going to unfortunately die, but a really good boom, not going to quite be able to get 3. But now there's no more permanent health. Everybody has gone down. No, only 2 people have gone down. Roxy and Olivia, they've gone down once. And this is going to be one more hit before the safe room. We might even see a spit block. Oh, that was a good Hunter right there. That is going to cause Roxy to go down for the second time. The Charger's going to come in, and is the jockey going to be able to get around? It's going to get pushed. Really good preservation right there by Ellis to be able to close the door, although I don't think it would have actually mattered. That's going to be 0 bonus, but Judgment is going to be able to finish the chapter. So I do believe Sanksquatch last game made it with bonus. I actually don't remember. Yeah, I think they made it with like 80. They didn't make a lot of bonus if they did have bonus, so that's not really a big deal, I think. If you're Judgment right now, you have to feel pretty good about how you took that tank fight, because you were getting hit pretty hard beforehand, and that was just nothing really crazy during happened in that tank fight. It was just a good job in general of shutting down hits. The tank was never able really to get a good corner, focused maybe a little too much on hittables at one point, and that was just solid work. Charger from the back, Smoker forward, and the jockey is going to be able to jockey in the room, but a really good clear to make sure that whoever did get jockeyed, I believe it was Key, did not take too much damage. Pyro, on the other hand, did take quite a bit, just from the sheer number of common that was there. I wouldn't be surprised if we were going to see another attempt at a wall kick. This is probably going to be the same exact hit as Judgment had. No, they have a jockey instead of a Smoker. Okay, still not a great hit, but a little better than a Smoker in this situation. Oh, that Hunter got stuck for a little bit, but is still going to be able to land, and the spit lands as well, and so does the jockey. The jockey's in a weird spot. Oh, but Rochelle just goes and walks into the spit anyway. He was in the spit, out of the spit. Jockey wasn't able to get her in the spit because the jockey was going to die, and then Key walked through the spit anyway. So, yeah, not the perfect way to take that hit, and a pretty good amount of damage onto Key now. This game is going to get incredibly interesting if Judgment can manage to wipe out Sanksquatch with their tank.
Guns here.
Key with the pause right there. Don't know if it was king related. Most of the time it is.
Here. Down the hall.
Nope. Still not ready to go. So about a 1900 point deficit in general. So I do think to stay in this game right now, Judgment does probably have to still kill Sanksquatch with their tank. That'll make it about like a 900, 800-ish point game. Oh, a good charge coming out there, and is going to land on Scrubs and get a couple of pounds. Nick isn't going to be able to save him because he is completely hoarded at the moment. But yeah, a couple of just knocks from the common infected right now. Yeah, the score right now, 2,081, and Sanksquatch is just getting more and more. Yeah, this is gonna, I would not say that Judgment is out of it just yet, but this is not as close as I guess I just originally thought from the look of things, but still not over. I still stand by what I said, that if they want a chance to win this, they have to have a really good bonus at the end of Chapter 4, and they need a really good tank right here. Jockey's going to land for probably a little longer than it should have, but that hit wasn't nearly as disastrous. That was actually the hit, I think, in my opinion, might have cost Judgment the game. That was a really solid hit and a really solid smoker block right there that took away a lot of HP and ruined a lot of bonus. You know, Judgment has been making these maps, but just hasn't seen a lot of bonus result in it. Hunter's not going to be able to be skeeted by Pyro, so that is going to be a pretty good amount of damage on him, and we're going to be seeing this thing spawn up right now in the hands of Style. So, yeah, this is just about our do-or-die moment right now. Sanksquatch has way too much health. You need to try to get rid of as much of that as possible, and if not, just completely kill them. That was a really good boomer coming out from Olivia, and the jockey and the smoker are going to be able to land on the two that can see, and the two that can't have no idea what's going on. This is exactly what they need, but the tank is just sitting there throwing rocks. I think you have to start coming in. Ellis is going to go down for sure. Now we have a hunter up, and it looks like the tank is starting to go in. There is going to be a pickup in progress, but it's not going to stay. That dumpster was almost ridiculous. Hayashi's going to be up in a second and is going to be able to help out Style. He's trying to get his other dumpster moving around. Hayashi is a charger, which isn't a whole lot of help in this situation, but if he can land it, I will take back my word. The tank is just going to chase down Pyro, who's way far in the back of the charger, is going to be able to land. It's going to be cleared right away, but just in a second, Key's going to be the only person up. And the smoker is not going to be able to land just yet, but it doesn't matter. So the last chance for Judgment to stay in this game, it stays with them. Wow, what an impressive tank. That's exactly what they needed. What an incredible two-boom, and then a smoker-jockey combination on the two guys who could actually see. That was ridiculously well planned. What a bunny hop boom by Olivia. That was insane. Wow, that's exactly what needed to happen, because Sanksquatch had a lot of health, and I believe they did have 4 pills. So, Vanille, do you know how much exactly the deficit is right now? I think it's like 800, but I could be wrong. I'll get an update on that, but yeah, that tank needed to do some work, and it did about as much work as it could. Amazing support by Judgment there.
$1K.
Is it 1K? All right, I was being a little optimistic by saying 800, but it still does look like Judgment has a hill to climb here. They've been hitting pretty well as a team, but they have not been making safe rooms with enough bonus, unfortunately. That last round was their opportunity to, I think, cut in and drop the deficit to like 700. But they're working with 1K now, so they're not completely out of it, I believe, but we're going to have to see an incredible performance from Judgment's Survivor side, and we're going to get to see right away what they're going to do with it. This is another weird thing about playing Survivor first when you're technically the losing team, because if you just eat shit right away, you might already know the game is over, and then there's just this weird sort of cold feeling on the Survivor side of the team, knowing that you can't win anymore. But let's see what they are able to accomplish. Jockey, Smoker, Charger, Spitter. Pretty decent outside of the bumper car room hit. Charger is going to be able to get that rocket spawn over the sign, but unfortunately is going to run right into that tree and not going to be able to do anything. I think 2 damage coming out exactly from the infected side onto Style, and I think Roxy got hit by a common. You definitely take 3 damage total there for that first hit. Not a bad take at all.
Through this door.
All right, weapons.
They're going to be able to make it outside of this room, so they don't have to worry about that specific hit, but of course they have to go inside of another room that looks just like the last building, so they're not out of the woods yet, but they don't have to deal with a Spitter, Hunter, Jockey, Boomer, Charger, so if there is any good news, that's it. Judgment has been baiting all night, and they're not going to change yet. Charger is going to do a complete, like, 90-degree turn there, and it's not going to work out for him. Boomer is going to be able to land one, and because the Boomer died last, that could be a quad, I think. Nope. Okay, Spitter. Spitter coming in for... Yeah, that's right. Spitter came in. Spitter comes in first there. All right. Yeah, I think you definitely want a quad here. That's unfortunate, but we do get to see a Hunter, Charger, Smoker, and a Spitter.
Reloading.
And they're setting up way far away. Like, way far away from everyone. They are not even going to bother with that gazebo hit. They are placing their bets on being able to hit from the rooftop of this barn, or shed, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, Sanksquatch just is going to wait for a bit. Judgment just taking it slow, trying to clear out every infected. Playing very similar to how they did on their away servers, very defensively.
Reloading.
They really want this hit to work out. Smoker's going to die immediately, and Charger's going to miss. That is not at all what Sanksquatch wanted. They were waiting for that hit for what seemed like the entire length of the game, but They weren't able to land anything super important right there, and, Judgment's still looking very fresh health-wise. Cross over the houses. We're just about to reach the tank spawn, and you can't ask for much better survivor play than this at the moment for Judgment. And Sanksquatch is feeling it. They probably feel pretty confident in their lead, but I think they realize that it's not over yet by any means. Boomer's going to get shut down by Roxy in the back. Jockey's going to be called out and M2'd. Smoker dies immediately. Olivia took a little bit of damage there, but not a lot. She is the first survivor to even drop below 90. So yeah, just a good job at preserving momentum and health for this last chapter. This is the one. This is crunch time. This is where you really have to keep all of your health, but no way that they just land this. Oh my goodness. A complete turn of tides. Are you kidding me? The tank's just gonna roll in? Coach can't get away? Rochelle is gonna try to help out their teammates. What just happened? They were doing so well that last hit. That boom, that hunt, that charge was in the perfect location. Oh, this is a disaster for Judgment. Oh, and that dumpster almost landed on Ellis too. They have a 3 cap in the back. The hunter lands, the jockey lands. Ladies and gentlemen, that is GG. What looked so promising to begin with ended up turning out sour for Judgment. So enjoy your 80k carrots. Left 4 Dead 2. Sanksquatch is victorious with a final score of, I don't know, I'm not doing that math, but they won. they indeed are the winners. A very incredible, if not long, but incredible game played by both teams there. I am curious to see what the end result will be on that, what happens in the rule set with setting map, score, or what has to be called before the game, but I don't know. Let's not talk about the negatives. It was a positive experience. Very fun tanks, very fun hits. Teams tried their best, and yeah, congratulations to Sanksquatch on the victory. I would just like a telepathic shout out to my friend Chunk for casting most of the match with me. Thank you to Vanille, who's been my ride or die for this whole 5-hour event. I appreciate it. And if you watch the whole thing, hey, shout out to you, because you're a trooper, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And once again, make sure to drop Vanille a subscribe or follow if you feel so kind. I'm Amethyst. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we have a lot of good games coming up. Like 3 different games on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. 1 late, couple early. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye.